It's so strange. Get that off. Okay. Let's put these in. Let's see. We get better audio. Okay. All right. Okay. So, where's my phone? Let's let Instagram know we are live. Do. Hello, Aditi. Hello, Sara. On YouTube. Okay. There we go. Okay. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I really appreciate you. I recognise your face, so I know it's you. I want to just give a shout out to Tim Hortons. This brand I literally just found in the last couple of days, and I'm obsessed. So if you guys have Tim Hortons near you, go get a coffee. I'm not sponsored. I just love. It's a great brand. It's so good. Okay, so we are very delayed. I'm so sorry for anyone who's waiting for a reading and you're like, Victoria, where are you? Yes, I know. It's taken a while. So thank you so much for being so patient. I really appreciate you. Okay, so let's get started. Let's just let people come on, see that I'm live. How is everyone doing today? How are we all doing? I just did a very long walk up a mountain. I'm in the Lake District at the moment, so I am having a grand old time. And yeah, I'm very excited. So, okay, I think we had a couple of donations. So let's see. Okay, so we have Denisa, got Susan, Marja, and Christian. Okay. So, same. I only thought Tim Hortons was in Canada as well, but it's not. I literally thought that. I'm going to take this out of the shot because I don't like this being in the shot. It's bothering me. Yeah, I thought it was only in Canada as well. Apparently, it's in the UK. I literally was like, oh my God. I gasped when I saw that there was a Tim Hortons. I was so excited. Okay, so let's do the list. What's the time there right now? It's 2:09 a.m. Oh, so you're probably in the... I don't know exactly Earth-wise, but I guess you're in, like, America, I guess? Maybe that area? Okay, so let's get this list going. Thank you, everyone, for donating. I really appreciate it. So we have Denisa. We've got Susan P. Marja, Christian, Celia, and thank you, Sara. It is Sara, right? Not Sarah. That is right, isn't it? Cecilia and Sara. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. Okay, so that's all I've got at the moment. If anyone donates by the time I'm doing this, then I'll add you. Hello, Celine. Okay, so let's get doing some readings, guys. We've got Michelle as well, so I'll just add you in now. Okie dokie. Okay, let's go. Some of you guys already donated, like, before I did the reading, so you guys can do that if you want. You can actually donate before the reading, but to be fair, it can get a bit messy. So it's up to you guys if you want to do that. I really don't mind either way. So let's do Denisa first. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Denisa. I'm going to write your time down. I'm not sure if you're here. If you're here, say hello. I'm so sorry for being late on this live stream. I really don't like being late to live to anything. Okay, so yours is at 5 minutes 12. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to read through your message that you sent. As usual, if anyone doesn't know how this works, I'm going to put my donate link in the comment as well. So you can donate through my PayPal link, which I'm just going to link here. And all you need to do is just add your name and your, I guess, zodiac sign. You can add your age as well. That would help. Please add age and zodiac sign. You don't have to though, but it does make my life easier. The timing, things like that. Please add a question, age and zodiac. If you haven't done that, that's totally fine. I forget to say it, so don't like blame yourself. Okay, how much to donate? If you donate 19 Great British pounds, if you don't know how much that is, you can convert it, I think, actually in PayPal. So yeah, I'll pin it when I can actually get to it. I can get to it right now. No, I can't. Okay. So, Denisa. Very excited for this opportunity for a live. Oh, that's cute. I'm single, considering relocating in 2024. I've been considering it for 3 years now. Don't know how much longer I can wait, but by leaving New York City, I don't leave with 100% security that I'll be entitled to a pension. Okay. By leaving in 2024, I've spent 9 years in the company. If pension rules change, I'd be short of 1 year. Okay. At the same time, I feel restricted, not financially, but energy-wise, co-worker vibes and spiritually. Any awesome insight and clarity you can give me? Okay, that's really cute. Let me go grab my other cards. They're all like stuffed in a box. I'm currently living out of boxes right now and suitcases. So it's just going to be a bit messy today. Okay. We'll start with the tarot first. Okay. So thank you for donating, Denise. I really appreciate your very generous donation. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I definitely see you relocating. I think, do you know what? I think it's just going to get to the point where you're just literally just going to have to relocate. You're not really going to get a choice as to the whole situation. I think it's literally just going to get so uncomfortable that you're just going to have to locate. I think you might have this. There's lots of options. No, it's not too late, Celine. You can donate for quite a while now, so you're good. I'll add you to the list. Basically, I don't think it's going to be too late to like. It's kind of hard because there's so many scenarios to your situation, so many scenarios, and you've got like lots of different pathways. I'm seeing like a signpost, and it's got like 3 different arrows. And when I put my hand forward like that, my arm is tingling. So it feels like I'm hearing, don't go left, don't go right, go forward. And my body's tingling. And I'm not sure why. I think it's because you know what the right decision is, but you're avoiding it. And I'm like shaking my head. So it's like, no, she is avoiding it. So what I feel for you is the avoidance of like the most, it's like I'm hearing the path with the least resistance. And sometimes you have to have resistance. I don't know if you're a Gemini, but I'm picking up you have a very delicate energy. Like you have like you're either mainly mutable or mainly cardinal signs. So Aries, Gemini, Libra, like you have a lot of light energy, and you do struggle with change, and you do struggle with very heavy stuff. And you're one of my clients now, so you're probably very similar to me. A lot of my clients tend to be empaths. So this change isn't going to be easy. I do feel like relocating is going to be better. I genuinely feel like it's going to be really good to relocate next year. I think next year is going to be the year of just taking the chances. I keep seeing a witch's hat being plopped on your head, so I'm going to say you're probably going to be moving by October next year. You will most likely start the moving process this year, and it will start on a more like mental and emotional note. Can someone reply to Cleopatra's tarot and just tell her how to do it while I'm doing this reading? And basically, I see that there's just going to be like one thing, another thing, and then you're moving. So it feels like I've got to fully end my job, clear out a lot of the emotional clutter, and then move. I don't see you worrying. I think you're worrying a lot about money, but you don't have to worry about money. Um, the main thing is to realize you can rely on other people for money. Like if you know a few people that you can possibly borrow it from, keep that in your back pocket. So when you start to worry, just think at the end of the day, if it gets to the point where I need to borrow it, just borrow it. Like don't feel like you have to do it all by yourself. You're not here to do it by yourself. And I know it feels like it, but you're not. I keep getting number 3 for you so much. Yeah. So we got the Page of Swords in the reverse. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, and yeah, it feels like you've been avoiding this for a very long time. I don't see you avoiding it as in like, oh, I'm avoiding it because I feel like I have to. And it's like, no, you feel like you're avoiding it because it's so uncomfortable. And yeah, it's a big struggle. Okay, so by the way, Cleopatra's Tarot, I don't think anyone's messaged. So if you want a reading, just donate in the donation link that I've linked, and it's 19 Great British pounds. If you want a longer reading, it's more. And that's it. I'll add you to the list when I get the donation through. Okay, so what I feel like for you, Denisa, is there's definitely some big changes in terms of moving. It's going to happen. I feel like you just got to be really, really practical with it. I think you just got to be kind of boring about it. Like it feels like it's like, oh, this is going to be so boring. This is going to be so. It's got to be practical. It doesn't feel super fun. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to be very honest. It doesn't feel like super fun. It feels very like. But that's just how it feels at the moment. That's just how it is. What I see is by November, I'm not sure which one it is, if it's this year or next year. It feels next year, you will be in your house. It feels like quite a small place. If you want something small, this would suit you very well. It feels like an apartment or something. If you're already in an apartment, then I think apartment would suit you very well. I don't think it's got a garden. If this is the sort of thing that you want, then that's great. If it's like completely not what you want, have a little think about what you would like, because I'm only going off of your energy now. So you may be in like within a year, you may suddenly decide, I want a cottage, I want a garden, I want all these things. Like writing these things down would really help you to kind of solidify what it is that you want, because I'm picking up your energy is so scattered, which is so normal right now because the eclipse is effing us up in all the wrong places. Same with me. It's really messing me up mentally. Okay, so if there's anything else that she needs to know, tell me. I don't feel like there's anything specific that you need to know. I'm trying to get specific and grounded, but it's not coming through. I'll have spent 9 years in the company. Okay. I think also the worst thing you'll do is you'll end your job, you won't have much of a pension, and you'll have to just do another job. But I don't think it's going to be a job you hate. This is all for a reason. I know it's like really annoying to say that because it can be really stressful, but this is all for a reason. Okay, we've got the card bigger picture. Underneath it, we have alignment. So if that's not accurate, I don't know what is. So you literally are being aligned to the path you're needing to do. I think you're generally need to move away from this job. Like it's so toxic, you just have to get out of it. You are doing all the right things. Getting out of it will definitely be the right solution. And this is so funny. It's like matches this background so well. Yeah, and I feel like that you got a lot of worry, and there really isn't anything to worry about. This is literally all planned out for you. This has already happened in the future. Like this is already done. It's learning about each step at a time. It's not going to be super straight. I know it's annoying. I want to say it's going to be perfect and beautiful, but it isn't. It's very straight. It's very much like you have to go through all of these gates and doors and windows and processes. But essentially, what I feel like is happening is it's almost like you're coming out of an old relationship, like a toxic relationship. It's kind of like when you leave your husband and you come out, you go through this grieving process. That is essentially what I see happening for you. I don't know if you're with anybody, but it feels like this is almost the same energy resonance. It's like a breakup. So it will feel really yucky after you've quit your job. But I feel like you are going to get quite a decent pension. But I do feel like if you don't, you are literally going to get a job that you really enjoy. Afterwards, it's going to be less pay, but you're going to enjoy it so much more, it doesn't matter. The money will be enough, but you're just going to be a lot more happier. And I'm giving you so many different routes, so you don't actually have to take this one route. So if you think, Vicky, I don't want to work, that's totally fine, girl. If you've got enough money, then you don't have to. Like, it's literally, I'm giving you all the options. Um, but they're basically just saying you're going to get a lot of downloads, a lot of insight. Keep meditating, keep walking out in nature. Like they're showing me a very fine energy, and I'm seeing like dots, like flying dots around your head, like energy around the head. So it feels like you've got a lot words. You have a lot of information around your head, but you're not accessing it because your energy is very much in your knees. That's random. So it's going like this in between the root and the sacral. It's like you can't decide. So they want you to go in places that allow you to be more in your head, as in more in your crown, because you actually have a lot of the answers. It just takes time. It just takes time. So I feel like you're going through a big expansion. It's not completely easy, but it's getting there. And I think part of it is to do with self-love. I think part of it is to do with trusting yourself and trusting your gut. We have self-love with the number 4, which is amazing. Thank you, BG. I'm going to add you to the list in just a moment. And everyone who's donated, I'll add you to as well. And I see so much more happening after you have moved forward. It's going to be really slow. It's going to be a really slow burn. I'm not going to say it's going to happen like within a month. It's probably going to happen within a year. So by your next birthday or by next Christmas, your life will be very different, but it will have been such a slow burn. You probably wouldn't realize that it'd be different until you look back and you're like, oh, wow, I'm so much happier now. So I do feel like the King of Cups coming out as well, we have, is you're learning to understand what a healing environment looks like for you. And you haven't had that for a very long time. So that's definitely coming through. And I'm hearing just to stop avoiding conflict. Conflict is a very normal thing for humans. We have to be in it to go through it. You can't keep avoiding it, otherwise, you're just going to feel like you don't own your opinions. So, if there's any people who have negative opinions of you and share it, and there's people who are very just narcissistic, I want you to approach them and I want you to tell them exactly what's on your mind. And I'm hearing, can't do that. Like, no, you can. You need to, because there's a lot of old leftovers that haven't been processed from about 20 years ago. Uh, yeah, a lot of like feminine stuff. You might have had like a group of friends like 20 years ago where I just put up, sorry if you heard that. That's clarification. If you had like a group of friends like 20 years ago and there was a lot of bitching, a lot of like nastiness, a lot of bitterness, and you had to hold your tongue really, really hard. And that has stayed with you until now. So that's what's being processed as well. This eclipse is coming up to process our shit, and I am not like up for it. The amount of shit I've been through the last few months, I can't even tell you. Like, it's actually so insane. I'm like, universe, why? Why, Lord, why? So, cheers. So that's what you're going through too. Cheers. I'll get you one more card. I'll get you a clarifying card. Let's get you an animal card. Let's see what animal you need to look for. I reckon it's a fox, because I feel like it's something to do with healing your relationships. And then we'll move on. I've done quite a long reading for you, so I think we're good now. Oh, the dragonfly, even better. That's so much better. Okay, you're moving into lighter energy. You're moving into third eye, crown chakra, because my head is really itching. Crown chakra and fun. You're moving into more lightness, more fun. It's a slow burn. Don't Don't sign anything until January because eclipse season is not a good time. And everything's in retrograde. Like all the planets are going backwards and they don't want you to sign anything because honestly, it's just going to make things worse because it's almost like taking a cake out the oven when it hasn't been cooked properly yet. That's kind of what that energy is. So if you can, don't sign anything. Like it's not that it's going to go badly. It's more about it'll be delayed. So it's almost like you'll sign something and then there'll be something wrong. It's almost like, I don't know, you sign a phone contract and then you realize the phone dies or something and you have to get a replacement phone. It's something like that. It's not the end of the world, but it's just bitty things that just won't it won't be like all in one go be really good. I think things just have to shift more in January. Really. Maybe at the end of December if we're stretching it. Okay, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. I sounded so sarcastic. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Megan, as well. I've written you down. I'm just going to write you down now. So we've got Susan, Marja, Christian, Celia, Sara. And let's see what else we have. Michelle, Grace, Lark, and Nira. Love the name Nira. Such a pretty name. Brenda. Christine. I've been seeing a lot of Christines recently. That's been popping up that name a lot. And Megan. Okay, so that's the list. Right, Susan is next. If anyone would like their reading like emailed or anything, just let me know. If you really don't want it on live and you would rather have it emailed to you or you want it through Instagram, just let me know. Not because I'm not going to do it, it's just if you would rather it be in that format, then just let me know. Okay, so Susan, you are at 21 minutes 44. To the tarot reading later. Open. Whoops. Come back. Come back. Okay, lost my pen. Taking time off till January to start up a spiritual circle where I live. What does Spirit want me focusing on now? I love that. A spiritual circle. Oh my God. I love that. I wish I lived near you because I would totally do that with you. Okay. I want you to concentrate on being more in nature, which would make sense as what you're doing. Am I like in the shot enough? Should I bring it down a little bit more? I don't want the tap in the shot. Is that weird? Okay, that's better. It wants you more in nature. I saw the word Taurus, so it wants you more in nature. It wants you focused on grounding, more practical means, things that last a long time. So building, contracts. You know, it wants you to form things like a baby. It wants you to create, form, make, combine, all the things, like stuff like that. I'm hearing like it wants you to open up doors as well. I don't know what that means exactly. Nira, you want it privately. Do you want it through Instagram or email? Because if you let me know, then I'll know when to find your email. You need to email me because it's a lot easier. Can I have it emailed as well? Yes, you can. Which one are you? BG. Are you Brenda? Let me know what you would like, guys. Brenda. Okay. Let me know what you would prefer. If you let me know, if you guys email me or Instagram message me your screenshot of your payment with your question and your age and zodiac sign, then do that. And then come back to me when you've done it. Because I don't personally like email or message because it can get really confusing. So if you email me or Instagram message me, and if you don't know my email, it's always in the description of my YouTube videos. Okay, so Nira and Brenda, Insta/email. Okay, so you guys do that, and then I will await your email. Okay, so Susan, we have clearing. Boom. We have heal. Lovely. It says you have a natural gift for healing through your hands, words, or actions. So that's nice. It's a nice confirmation. Focus. You're in need of clear direction. Decide what you want in life. Well, I feel like you're doing that already. So they're telling me you don't have to actually worry about how the group is going to be formed, as in like the actual description or title of the group. It's more about what you're guided to teach people or learn about. That will happen naturally. By December, you would have formed it and you'll have some people to start be interested. There's quite a few people that want to be doing this sort of thing. So there's quite a few people who will be interested in doing it with you. So that's really nice to hear. They want you to definitely focus on anything that gets you back in your body, because it's really easy for us to focus too much and like be too much in our head. So they definitely want you to get back in your body. If you are, this is taking a very drastic turn. They're telling me they're like veering off somewhere else. And they're telling me about like your sexual energy and your fiery energy and your kundalini. And they're saying that if you are single, you're getting ready to invite a new person in your life, which is going to be a partner. If they're a man, they definitely feel like a man, then that's definitely what's going to come up very, very soon. And it might come in Aquarius season, so January, February, or it could be there in Aquarius. But I do feel like this person's probably going to come like next year in your life. So if you want a partner, if you want someone new in your life, that is definitely on its way for you. And what I see also is you're working really hard. They are showing me like you working so hard, and I'm seeing a woman and she's like so drained. So I feel like they're just literally saying you're doing so good, and they're patting you on the head and patting you on the shoulder and saying you're doing so good, you're doing so good, you're doing so good. So I do feel like you are manifesting. It's just very slowly. You just got to be really patient. I know it's annoying, but you are getting there. And I feel like what's going to come out of this group is you're going to realize how capable you are of just all of it. I actually see you in a yurt or a tent. So if you have the land, if you have the amount of land, which if you do, lucky you, I would love that. But if you have land, then I would say pitch up a teepee or a yurt and get going with it. Get a fire in the middle if you can. Get some little cushions and some fairy lights and all that stuff. Like I can see you being more outside than inside, and I can see where you're from, and I'd say it can get very hot. I'd say where you are more in summer, but I would say if you got a yurt with a fire, that would be hot enough to do like really cool like little groups. Um, that's pretty much it. Let's get a couple of cards. Let's get a couple of different cards. Um, what ones do I want? I feel like I want a more practical one. Yeah, let's get some tarot. Nope, astrology. I can't get my words out today. It's so frustrating. I see you hiring someone to do photography for you as well for the group. I definitely recommend that. If you want okay, words. Professional photography is it. Like for me as a photographer as well, like I always look for details. And if I'm looking at an Airbnb or a house or a product, if the photos are a pile of poop, I don't want the product. I don't want it because I can see how much effort they're not putting into it. And it makes me think, okay, well, I don't think I want to stay there, or I don't think I want that because maybe it's not going to be high quality. So I'm thinking if they like the person, I'm looking at the person's profile and I think, oh, maybe if they're scrimping on the photos, what else are they scrimping on? You know, it doesn't give security. And there's definitely a lot of Taurian energy around your next 6 months. They're showing me Taurus, security, groundedness, making things. It's all about beauty and security and commitment. That's what Taurus is. So we've got Lilith, which is really, really nice. Lilith is about your sexual nature, and this is a part of you that is a really raw energy. Everyone has this, men and women, and it's a very private but very sexual part of us, and it's a very important thing to talk about as well, because if you don't know what your Lilith is and you don't know much about it, highly recommend looking into it. It can be very triggering. If you're going through quite an early healing phase and you haven't really gone down this path of Lilith, this is actually really big for you, because you're going to realize like, oh wow, I've been avoiding so much of that. And I'm picking up it might be in a fixed sign or an air sign. Lilith doesn't play around. Like she's like, you can't avoid this. and it will pop up in very private situations. Very dark part of us, not dark as in like evil, dark as in like it's in shadow. So it pops up, and I always used to say this. I don't know how it resonates now, but I'm just going to say it again. It's like it's kind of when you're backed up into a corner. This is your first instinct, like that's Lilith. And when you're backed into a corner, a lot of our fight or flight responses come out. It can be very scary to experience Lilith in shadow. So that's going to be coming up the next 6 months. We've got Gemini. Hey. So Gemini is all about groups and community. And I love this because it looks like a little partnership. I think your partner's coming in pretty quickly. They need to be an air sign because, yeah, anything around the house, the home, anything around the family, emotional side, that is really coming up. Really, really coming up. So that's your reading. I'm going to pull you one more card. I'm going to do an animal card as well. Oh, thank you, Demetrius. It's really nice to see you as well. I'm going to do you an animal card too. I've got the number 20 really strong in my head. 20, like really loud. So remember that. Got the dragonfly, same as the last reading I did. This is such a spiritual card, like throat chakra, third eye, really, really strong. This is about like pure Pisces spiritual awakening. It's scary but good. Okay, thank you to everyone who's donated. I will write you down. So thank you so much, and let's get on with the next reading. Okie dokie, let's get the list up. So we got Marja next. Okay, let's see if there's anyone else. Thank you everyone for being on here as well. If you're literally just watching, hi. Thanks for coming on. We got Megan and we got Annie. I don't know if it's Annie or Anisha. I'm going to call you Annie because that's what's coming up on here. Hello, Marja. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. Oh, I didn't adjust it. Hang on. Let's take Susan out. There we go. Okie dokie. So let's do your reading there, my lovely. Let's have a look and see. Okay, like a love reading. Taurus, Sun and Moon, Libra rising. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that is so much Venus. You must be so like struggling with being single. I really struggle with being single. Like, okay, I'm not single. It sounds like I'm in a relationship. I'm not. Like, but when I was younger, the urge to be in a relationship was so strong. It was almost painful how strong the emotions were. I'm like semi Libra rising, kind of like Libra Virgo rising, and I'm also like a Virgo. I'm also a Libra and Scorpio, so like I've got a lot of Libra in my chart and like Cancer. It's like such an awkward phase when you're growing up because it really shows you like who really will change you. The types of people that you're around will definitely reveal to you who you are because Libras reflect who they're with. So, because they're all about relationships. I wanted to make sure I know that this is how you make a living, but I'm having anxiety right now because my narcissistic fan is messaging me. It's triggering me a lot. If they're messaging you, put your phone on airplane mode. It's not your responsibility, girl. Get that out of your life. Don't let them take a hold of you. They don't have that much control. They just think they want you to think that they do. They don't have that much control of you. Put your phone on airplane mode if you can. Okay, let's do your reading, my lovely. So what is your number? You're at 33. Okay, 33, just in case we need the number. Thank you, my lovely. Thank you. I will look out for your email, okay? Appreciate that. Right. How old are you, Marja? Can you tell me your age, please? Let me know your age, if you're still on here. I'm picking up you might be 25. 31. I was not expecting that. I thought you were younger. Okay. That's interesting. Have you been in a relationship before? I think you might have been in a relationship when you were in your 20s. I'm picking up like quite early 20s, like maybe 20, actually 20. Could be quite a short one, but I think it was quite like it really affected you. One thing they really want to emphasize is, yeah, okay, good. You are literally, this is such a weird reading. Like it's really hard to like explain. It might just be Mercury doing its thing right now. I'm kind of struggling to like get the messages, but they're showing me this is so weird. Can you do you think okay, they're showing me like a needle in a haystack, and they're showing me, you know, when people used to bleach their hair, they used to put a cap on with like the holes in. I used to pull the hair out like that and then bleach the tips. I'm seeing those two messages coming through like metaphors. It's almost like trying to pull out all of these detailed parts of your trauma. It's like threads. It's almost like you can't really see it, but you know it's being transformed because there's a lot of weird shit coming up for you at the moment. This is eclipse season to a T because it's coming up to like really be revealed. Like this could have happened like it could be part of your relationship when you were 20. It could have been even a really short relationship, but whatever it did, it really affected your chest and your heart and your jaw. It's either stopped you from speaking your truth or it really affected the way you saw yourself. But whatever it is, it made you feel very small. And that has carried on like waves in your relationships that you've had from that. Even if you haven't had any relationships or any ones that are really stuck, this wave of lack, almost like lack of confidence, has been waving up and down in each of these relationships. And it's been, you've been holding on to it. So they're saying if you would like to, this would be very, very helpful. They're really encouraging it. They want you to like imagine you're pulling, okay, imagine this is such a weird thing, but I'm going to tell you anyway. They're really going for it. You've got a very spiritual, like high vibe, because I'm getting such like ethereal, almost starseedy type energy from you. So I'm seeing, imagine that you've got this person that you were dating when you were 20, because I do feel like there's something hiding. Okay, and I will get onto your future as well. But they're saying there's something hiding with this person. I don't like it. This you're hanging on to it and you don't realize it's happening. I would say if you don't do shadow work, do what I'm going to say now if it draws you in. Imagine there's a reel of thread attached to this person, like in their body. Imagine this person's like transparent and you can see a reel of thread around their stomach. Pull all that thread out. And what we want you to do is I want you to do this with your hands. I want you to pull it like that and cut it. Because I feel like there's a cord that needs to be cut with this person. There's a message in the back of my mind that says I'm not good enough. And it's very hidden. It's like right in the back of your head. Because you've got a lot of Venus in your chart, your confidence depends on how people see you. I don't think it does as much as it used to, but it does definitely affect you. One thing I will say is us Libra risings, I'm kind of a Libra rising, kind of Virgo rising. Libra risings, it's going to get a lot better for us because the North Node is changing. North Node Aries, South Node Libra. So a lot of us Libran people are going to get so good with relationships. Like we're going to get the relationships of our dreams. So you're going to see in the next 6 months, your energy is going to start shifting. You're going to start to get a lot more confident. You're going to be drawn to reds and greens. You're also going to be changing up your jewelry. They're saying something with your ring finger, like pinky finger actually. But I also do see marriage coming through as well. Okay, you got so many messages. Sorry, I got so much to say. So the one thing I did want to say at the start of the reading was with Libra risings is all you got to do is look at the relationship that they're in. So you see like your friends, it could be literally anyone, your friends, your family, your whoever you have a relationship with as a human. This is going to show you who you are. And of course, this is a very normal thing. This tends to be what happens, but you see it more with Libra risings because they actually reflect who they are. So say if you're going through like a really intense emo-y type phase, your person's going to be very emo-y. Okay, so that, just keep that in mind because I feel like that's going to help you recognize what parts of you want to shift and change and get more confident with. So let's see let's just see what you need to know. So I'm going to pull some runes. You've got the runes today. Nice. I see you changing a lot. You're getting a lot more stable, by the way. You're getting a lot more solid in your core, which is really good. Your core values are so strong. Like you're not going to be able to be waved by anyone or shifted by anyone or pushed over. I'm hearing the three little pigs and you know, they're blowing the house down kind of thing. Like you're a house that can't be blowed down. Blew down. I don't know. All right. So this is this one. We have Laguz, lake, imagination, healing, emotions and dreams. So look out for your dreams. They're going to be really significant. I'm seeing like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's kind of your dreams right now. Really freaky and weird. But you do need to protect yourself emotionally and like spiritually because your energy is so fuzzy and it's very susceptible to dark energies. So I would say keep a lot of clear white crystals around you when you sleep, not by your head, just away from you in your room, just somewhere. I don't know, like near your wardrobe if it's like opposite you. They're showing me like near a wall. Don't put it near your head. Don't put it by your bedside table. Just in your room. I want you to have baths regular if you can with Epsom salts. There's just a sense of really clearing stuff, and it's all this stuff that I'm saying is not stuff you can physically see, so that's why it's like really important. Okay, so the next one is this is so good. This is so good for a Libra rising. Needs self-care, survival, and endurance. This is Northiz, Northiz, Nauthiz needs. That's perfect. So you're literally working on your needs. You're working on self-care and you're working on getting a lot more comfortable with being with yourself, which is so great. So let's have a look at your man. I'm guessing it's a man. I'm just going to gather that you like men. So let's see. Okay. We're not too far. No, not too far at all. We've got the Fool and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Loving this. Oh, my shoulders really hurt. Okay, let's have a look and see. The fact that this is ruled by Taurus is so good. So what I feel is you're learning to really get committed to what you really believe in, because it's really easy to sway and go with whatever everybody else wants. Very subconsciously you're doing that. If you want children, I definitely see that in the future. I actually see about 3 children, could even be triplets or twins and another child. I feel your man is about 3 years older than you. He acts a lot older actually. He's probably a Taurus. Probably another Taurus, a different type of Taurus. Okay. There's a lot of Taurus coming up here. He could have Gemini in his chart as well. And I feel this person you're going to meet through work. They're really grounded and they're very excuse me, that's a confirmation. This person's very like posh. So they might either come from like a really wealthy family or they're very structured. Like the way they talk, the way they act, it's very posh. Like it's very calculated. But once you get in the bedroom with this person, it's different. They've been taught by their family to be very proper, like very like ooh. But they don't act like that in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah. And then this is your card. We have the card of weight. This doesn't really come up that much, so you are very special. Take time to think on the matter at hand. Don't be tempted to rush. And this is coming up for a lot of signs, is just to not rush relationships. Like we're really being told to like not do that because it would just mess everything up. And it's also why would you want to rush into a relationship? Like it is literally pointless because you're just delaying the hard stuff. Most of the time we get forced to do it anyway. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but being Scorpio, we tend to get forced into our shadow shit. So we can't avoid stuff. So that's your reading, Marja. I really hope you liked it. Thank you so much for purchasing. Okay, let's do Christian now. Hello, Courtney. Okay, so see, we've got, I think there may have been another donation that I missed. Maria. Oh, I haven't got the full. Yes, of course you can join. Yes. Megan. The list is here, so you can see how long you'd have to wait for your reading. Maria. Okay, let's go. Christian. Thank you so much for coming on and thank you for donating as usual. Okay. Let's just ground my energy back in my body. I feel like I need to do like the Om pose. Okay, let's see what we got here. I see you packing up boxes. Are you moving? Possibly moving work or moving house. Something like that. I'm going to write you down just in case you're not on here. Right, Christian, you are at 44 minutes in. Okay, so I see boxes. If you're not moving, it's going to be soon. If it's, I would say no more than a week. Something about boxes, boxing things up, shifting things. I'm hearing it's time to go, time to clear, time to move on. So I actually see a connection to a new man within about 6 months, and connected to him is the bat spirit. So look out for that. Look up the bat spirit as well. Look up what it means. To me, it means like this person's quite hidden. They're not going to be really obviously wanting to be with you or like you or anything. If anything, they're not even barely there. So they could be around your job, because I don't feel like they are like around you. They're just in the background. So it could be within 6 months this person appears. They're very earthy. They're probably a Virgo. They're very shy. They're not super extroverted. I think if you're extroverted, they will be really good for you, because you kind of sometimes need an extrovert with an introvert that can tend to help balance stuff out. This person is not super feminine in a way that's like they're not balanced, but they are quite connected to their feminine. They're someone who will help awaken your feminine and help you to really just be vulnerable, really. They're going to help you to be more vulnerable with yourself. And I don't know why, but I see a milkshake. I see like you drinking a milkshake. So you might be milkshake or something like that. Something about earrings as well. Maybe you're getting your ears pierced. Okay, let's see what else we have. Any messages for Christian, please? Let's see what else we have. Okay. Yeah, right on top. So there's definitely a man that wants to pop in. Not yet, though. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands, Death, the Knight of Swords, the Three of Wands in the reverse, and the King of Cups. You are going to go on a little roller coaster, and that's annoying, but you are. And then within the next 6 months, you're gonna, what's the word? You're gonna kind of, your plans are gonna go out the window. But it's because they're trying to get you to open up to not being so stubborn about realizing that you don't know everything. There's going to be a lot of new environments, new situations coming up, and you're like, I don't really care, but it's like, oh, it's going to keep showing up. It's going to keep being revealed to you. It's almost like they're taking you down a certain road, like you need to go down a certain road, and then you're not going to be able to avoid it. Okay. And I feel like the next person I'm going to be with is really emotionally mature, like someone who's very compassionate. They're mature, well balanced, intuitive, they're empathic, really, really lovely person. And at the moment, things feel really gritty, and they will probably feel like that for the next like 5 months. Up and down, it'll be up and down. But by around end of January, it's going to get a bit easier for you. Actually, a lot easier. It will get easier before that, but that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so you are working on releasing so much judgment of yourself. You're very judgmental of yourself. You can be really harsh, like a really harsh critic. You'll learn to let that go. That's your fiery side of you that just wants things to happen now, and this part of you feels very rushed at the moment. That part of you is really being coming up to be healed. And they are trying to slow you down a little bit to get you to feel what's going on. I'm going to recommend ruby and garnet for you. They're going to help balance out that masculine and feminine energy. And I also feel like your passion is going to come back to do with your job and how you make money. You might end up changing your job. Not this year. It's probably going to be like maybe not even next year, maybe 2025. But there's definitely going to be a shift in your career, because you need to do something a bit lighter hearted that's not so intense. I think you just need less responsibility. Like you really do. Yeah. So that's your reading. I'm going to do you one more card. Hello, Deja. Where is the animal card? Haha, the frog. So it's not really surprising that your person coming through is a King of Cups, because you're being asked to like really be with emotions and to sit with it, love it, be in the heart with it, don't be scared of it, go with it. That's what you're being asked to do. So yeah, beautiful. All right, so that's your reading, my lovely. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate you. Okie dokie. So let's get up the list here. Okay. Do you mind? Oh, go away. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Right, we've got Sara next. Nope, sorry. Celia next. Celia, Sara, Michelle, Grace, Lark, Nira. Nope, we haven't got Nira and Brenda, have we? You guys are from email. Okay, so we have Cecilia, Sara, Michelle, Grace, Lark, Christine, Megan. And we'll see who else we got. Okay. Okay, just release some energy. Okay, Christine, Megan. I don't know why I keep taking Annie off. Why do I keep taking Annie off? I'm confused. Wait, so we got Christine, Megan, Annie. Yeah, I don't know why I keep taking you off. Okay. Maria, Jennifer, and Simona. There we go. Okay, so that's the official list. So next is Cecilia. Let's see. Celia. Okay. Reading number 7. Yeah. Can you describe to me what a person looks like, what their occupation is, and any other spicy details? Not that. Okay. All right, Cecilia. So you want essentially a love reading. I'm gonna make sure I've written you down. So Cecilia. 52 minutes. Okay, so your person, let's see. They look to me, they are white Caucasian male, brown hair, green eyes. They like to wear blue. Very tall, quite skinny. If you're tall, then they'll be about the same height as you. If you're quite, I'd say like, I don't know, 5, no taller than 5'6", they're probably going to be taller than you. They remind me of like a Pisces, gentle, Disney-loving kind of person. They're more quite in their feminine. They feel to me very delicate. They've got Libra, Gemini in their chart. Very gentle, quite a young guy. I think you might be in your 30s, but this person feels quite young to me. There's somebody who likes to take life very lightly. They like games and things like that. They like little things. So they love like Monopoly, like playing little board games, stuff like that. They like things that are really fun and gentle and don't have any like intensity to them. They are really, really fun. They just love they love just playfulness. What else? So I see this person growing up, and I'm thinking 2024 is when you could possibly be in touch with this person, if not 2026. Okay, because there's 2 timelines that I'm seeing. One is like, how ready is she? That's what I'm hearing. Like, how ready is she? Yeah, he's quite a petite guy, as in like his waist is quite small, his chest is quite small, and he's got short brown hair, and he's got like an English background. And what else? I'm hearing, where is he from? He could be from a state beginning with an A. Argentina? Is that a state? I My geography is not that great. Yeah, like Argentina, Alabama, Arkansas. That's what I'm seeing. What their occupation is. Let's see. Let's get some dice. What's their occupation? They're very private, actually. They're really hard to actually like come in to the energy. Like they're not someone who likes to share a lot. If this person is very, they're very private. They're not allowing me too much into their energy, but we'll give it a go. I won't force it. I am moving next week. I saw boxes for you so fucking clearly. Like, I must have been looking in your lounge or something. I saw it reminded me also of Animal Crossing. I don't know if you've probably never played this, but Animal Crossing, when you move into the town, like it's like a Switch game. When you move into the town, you see all your little friends, like animal friends, in their houses, and they have little boxes. It reminded me of that. So you're probably going to meet other people who've also just moved as well. Okay, sorry, Cecilia. I moved away from your reading for a minute. Okay, so let's have a look at your person. You need turquoise in your life, by the way. You need some turquoise. You need some shungite, some black onyx. You're needing to connect to this throat chakra, okay? And you need to connect to your root because you're really ungrounded at the moment because you've just got so much going on. Mentally, we are being fucked. Okay, let's see. This person is actually surprising me. They could move on to be someone quite, like doing quite a spiritual job. They might be unemployed when you meet them. They might be in between jobs. They're very determined though. They don't like being unemployed. Something might have happened with their job when you meet them. So they might have lost their job like a week ago. When you meet them, you're like, oh, I have no idea how you're going to meet this person. If anything, it actually doesn't matter because they kind of don't want you to know because I know you want to focus on it. So we've got Aquarius, 5th house, and Saturn. I'll show you. Okay, those are the ones we got. Aquarius, 5th house. And we got Saturn. Saturn is the big grandpa that doesn't let things slide. He's like karma. He is the karma planet. He is the one that is like, you got to go through this. You cannot avoid this. So you and this person, okay, this person is telling you and showing you that, okay, sorry, I'm like really confused with my readings right now. Let's see what we got. This person is going to be a symbol of your commitment to yourself and your relationships. You do tend to float away and disassociate. And I'm going to be very honest, really honest. I don't know if you ever cheated on somebody, but I'm picking up that you do have wandering eyes. And it's in a very innocent way. It's very like, because you've got a lot of shadow stuff going on, it kind of, it rolls you away from your commitments because you're so used to avoiding your stuff. You don't realize that you're actually cheating on someone. Like maybe you've been with people and they're like, oh, you're obviously not committed or something like that. It's really hard to explain because it's very specific to you. But I don't feel like for you that you ever knew you were doing that. It's not like you actually did anything. It could be you were just looking around at like other people, thinking, oh, they look nice, thinking, oh, I shouldn't really be doing that. You know, it's kind of like that. So what I see is this person is going to be like plop in your life and they're going to be really, really a test for you as to say, okay, how much is she committed to this person? Can she really, really commit without being distracted? It's partly just knowing yourself more. This person's a big, big lesson in knowing yourself and trusting yourself because you don't trust yourself very much, and that's okay. It's but it's because your upbringing. It's because no one ever. It's because no one ever trusted themselves in your family, and they projected that onto you. And I'm sorry that they did that. That wasn't fair, and I've been there. So okay, let's get some more. Tell me about this person a bit more. They're very cheeky. Oh, this is really cute. Oh, so cute. Okay, this is the relationship. I love this. This is so, I love this. Okay, so it could be something to do with water. It could be there are Pisces, but it could be both of you are from the sea. I don't know what that means, but you'll know what it means. This is so cute. This is literally this person in animal form. Can you see it? There's lots of light around this person? They've got a lot of dark. When they meet you, They can be really closed off and they have a lot to give, but they are terrified. And that is why maybe you have cheated or cheated because you're so terrified of being vulnerable. It's easier to just look around and be distracted because you're so scared of really seeing how deeply you can love. And you're so cute as well. You're such a cute person, but you need to be more committed to yourself because you are going to keep wandering your eyes, and you can't do that with your next man. You really cannot do that. Okay, so this is both of you. This is just your relationship in a whole. So it's not particularly you or them. It's really just both of you together, coming together, blah, blah, blah. So it's not like anything specific, like, oh, this is you, this is that. No, it doesn't matter. This is the epitome of the relationship. You both are very scared and you're very spiritual. You're both very gentle and really up in the crown chakra and the third eye. This shows me that both of you need grounding desperately. You need some black crystals desperately because it will just make life easier for you if you're gonna go into this change. You can't keep avoiding stuff, okay? You can't keep avoiding because it's not going to happen otherwise. They want you to get comfortable with your creativity. You're so fucking creative. Like, you're so creative. You're so artsy. Stop pushing yourself to get a certain goal made with that because you're so creative. Just let the creativity work its way through you. You don't have to know exactly what it's going to look like. Okay. And I'm talking to myself as well because I'm exactly the same. This is your energy. And this is very light and delicate. This is a kind of a scared energy. It's kind of like I'm scared of being seen. I'm scared of being noticed. It's because you've been with narcissists or around narcissists. This is like the physical version of you. This is the etheric version. Your soul, your body. This is a very high vibrational, gentle person coming in, and they are so much like you. And they're going to push you to be more in your third eye and your crown. Okay, that's your reading. Really love that. So lovely. Your energy is so easy to read because you're just so ready for a reading. Like, some people, it takes a little bit of time, but because you're so like gentle, your energy is so easy to read. It's like, whoa, it's like slip and slide, slip and slide into your reading. Yeah. Hello, Diana. If you want a reading, my lovely, did you donate? I don't think you did. If you want a reading, please donate through my PayPal link. Okay. Thank you so much, my lovely. Okay, we're going to move on from Cecilia now. Okie dokie. So let's take her off. Okay, so Simona. We got Simona, Deja, yeah. We got Margarita, and Nora. Sorry if I'm like butchering you guys' names. Okay. Hello, Sara. Thank you for coming on again. I really appreciate you when you guys come back. It is like so like, I love it. Makes me happy. Thank you. You'd like a general reading, whatever would like to come through. I'm 28, Cap Sun, Scorpio Moon, Virgo Rising, Mars in the first house. Oh, girl, have I got my Mars in my first house? No, I've got mine in my 12th house. It's a hard one. Both of those are hard, actually. The first and the 12th. They're both like gritty and ugh. Okay, anyway. Your chart is lovely. I'm just like saying all the negative about it. Okay, so Cap Sun, Scorpio, Virgo Rising. You're very practical, very intense. Yeah, like, you're really gentle, but you're very practical about stuff, and that can kind of like cause a lot of stress. It can cause a lot of stress when you're practical because you can't actually see stuff. Like, you're clouded by all this thick judgment. It's very masculine, actually, having Earth in your chart, because I have that too. It can be very masculine and very cloudy. That's what they're showing me. They're showing me like, this is actually like really good advice for you. This is what they're telling me. I'm just a messenger. Not to big myself up or anything, but you've got like a really big cloud of like masculine energy that's kind of, it can, there's things you can do about it if you want to cloud it. If you want to, if you want to clear it. Yes, if you want to clear the cloud. And I'll give you some advice on that in just a second. Tavern, do you have time for another reading? Yes, girl. Just donate. Anyone, just donate, and I will add you to the list. I've got loads of time, so yes, please do. I love your name as well. Tavern is so pretty. Like, is that your actual name? Because that is so like wow. Like you need to be walking through a forest. Like that is so cute. Okay, so sorry, Sara. Okay, so oh my god, Taven. Oh, so cute. That is really nice. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, you are like a fairy. I love it. Okay, so Sarah, I feel like this it feels like it's really weird. It feels like a thick cloud like this, just around your body. And they're showing me it's a lot of your dad's energy is clouding you. They're saying whether he's in your life, not in your life, in spirit, physical, whatever. There's whatever it is, his judgment is affecting you badly. Not to the point that you can't move on or anything like that, but they just if you want to make your life easier, okay, this is a hack, a spiritual hack. So what they're telling me is they're showing me. Let me see. I'm gonna actually just tune in and we'll have a look and see what's going on. It's about your body. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so you said you had Mars in your first house. That's to do with the body. Okay, let's see. Right, there we go. They literally summed up your birth chart. So you know you said you had Mars in your first house. Oh, I love how like spirit connects the dots. So satisfying. So Mars in your first house means basically your masculine energy can come through really strongly in your sun. So basically, when you are approaching things, you can be a bit too. It can feel exposing. It can feel like it feels like arrows are being shot at you. It's almost like, well, if I do this, what if I do it wrong? What if this? What if that? And it feels like it's almost like an attack before you've even done the thing. So what they're telling me is you've got a lot of masculine, like father figure trauma that's causing you to feel shame around moving forward or making your own decisions, especially as a woman. And especially, I'm guessing you're a straight woman. As a straight woman, this is going to really affect you as well because when it comes to being around men, they will trigger this in you and they'll see this part of you before they see anything else, and we don't want that because this masculine energy is going to stop you from attracting masculine men because you're already embodying the masculine too much where you can't attract a masculine man. So what I feel for you is you got to bring in more heart energy to yourself, and they're showing me like a heart blasting pink light straight through this cloud. It's so funny. It blasting energy straight through this cloud, and it's like and the heavens are open. March a really good time for you, by the way. Like Easter season, it's very lots of pale colors, lots of like baby animals are being born. It's very heart energy. So around March is going to be when it starts to really shift. Essentially, it's going to go. So if you want to shift this heart chakra stuff, anything to do with bringing you into that feminine, actually just showing yourself, I'm a woman, literally being more in your feminine. So I'm going to be very typical about it, but this is personally what's worked for me as well. Wearing dresses, wearing things that are floaty, that are flowy, that aren't as practical, that aren't like trousers and shorts, like anything floaty. It could be a floaty top. It could be I don't know, a skirt with a little bit more frill. It could be a top with a bit more frill. It could be something showing a bit more skin. There's something about just showing off to yourself, I'm a woman and it's safe for me to be in my feminine, because it's almost like you have to prove to yourself that I'm a woman, and we don't want that because you're not here to prove yourself. You're a woman, okay? Like you're not here to be and prove that you're a woman. You are one. Like show that off. And they're saying I want you to be proud of being in your feminine because it's such a beautiful part of you that we hide, especially women in this society, because we're so used to doing everything practical and being a boss bitch, and it's like fuck that. Like that's just killing feminine energy. Like it's not normal to be that. We're not men, we are women. So men have their job, women have their job. And our job is to hold the light, be in our emotions, be in our nurturing, be that gentle energy so the male can come to us. So what I feel for you is this is really clearing that, and it's kind of honoring and realizing like where, and I know it's going to sound really sexist, but I'm going to just say it. It's like where you stand as a woman in your relationships. Like if you have a man in your life and they're like a romantic partner and they're not doing the manly things that they should be doing, okay, like getting you've got to think back to like tribes, right? Getting the food, giving you support, making you feel safe, making you feel like you are looked after, nurtured for. holding the door open for you. It's like physical stuff. It doesn't have to be certain things. It doesn't have to be like pulling out a chair. Like it can be, but it's more about showing you safety. If you've never had that before, it's going to be hard to like attract that in. So what I feel for you is there's definitely this need to realize like I can have that, but I don't have to always do that for myself all the time. Like I'm not here to be both things. I can be masculine and feminine, but if overrule you. And if you feel like you're too in your masculine, they're saying symptoms are overthinking too much, worrying too much in the future in advance, not asking for help, not allowing yourself to grieve, and not crying. Things like that, possibly. This is very specific to you. How much are the readings and what is she offering? I'm offering a about 2 to 7 minute reading for £19 if you want to donate in the PayPal link. If you want a longer reading, just donate more. Have as many as you want. And see, see what else. Your Scorpio moon is so hidden. It makes you hide, and we don't want that. Your Scorpio moon is is like literally the best part of you because it shows you what you need to nurture you, and Scorpios need security. So I think the next person you're going to meet is going to make you feel so secure. So I'm not going to like I'm pretty much going to guarantee that in the next 3 to 6 months your security is going to be like whoop. It's going to just be like a tornado of like, oh, you don't feel secure in that area, well, we're going to sort that out. And it's like going to be like home stuff, money stuff, um emotional stuff, family stuff, just anything in the fourth house that's going to be really like shaking you up. Because you've probably been around Tauruses, but you probably don't really like Tauruses very much. But I'm going to say probably a Taurus is going to come in your life in the next partnership you're going to have. Okay. Anything else? I don't know if you have a nan in spirit or grandma. They're showing me Nana, Nat, Noni, Nat. I don't know if it's in a different language or maybe it's a Spanish name for Nana. I'm not too sure. But she's in spirit, I'm pretty sure. And if she is, she's saying hello, and she's a lot like you, and she just wants to say hi, and she's very, very cute. She's like so fucking adorable. I love old people. Ugh, so cute. Okay, let's get you a couple of cards. Got time. The universe is helping you. Look for synchronistic events around you. Number 10 is coming through as well. You're ending an old cycle, my love. It's time to move on. Whoops. Get up, get active, try gentle exercise such as yoga, Tai Chi, or Pilates. And then we have skills. It's time to learn some new skills, study a course, or start a new hobby. Okay. And I'm going to pull you a tarot card because I didn't really give you a lot of future advice. I gave you more like present advice. Oh, this one. Lovely. There we go. So if you're ever having any worries about things you're wanting to manifest, if it's like, I feel like something like one thing that's very specific, it just takes its time. It's kind of like an hourglass. Before you flip it upside the other way, you have to wait for it all to fill up. That's essentially like you're waiting for your manifestation, and then you can have it. Like that's kind of what I'm feeling. It just will take time to build up. You can't just have like half of it. You need the whole shebang. It's kind of like you can't have like half a house. You kind of have to wait for that house to either be available or, for you to be wanting to move. Like it's something like that. Like it needs to be available. So that's kind of your energy right now. And they're asking you if you're available as well. Are you available for this manifestation? So yeah, that's your reading. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming back as well. I love your energy. So lovely to talk to you as well. Okay. Okay. So, let's see. Thank you everyone for being on here, by the way. I really appreciate you. I hope everyone's having a nice evening and you're not stressed out too much. Life is stressful right now. Life is so stressful. It is not comfortable. Everyone I've seen looks so tired. Like, if you can't tell by my face, I am very tired. Okay, let's see where we are. Nora and Tavern. Oh, there you are. Taven. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, yes, you put your question in the comments, didn't you? If you can try and be on when I'm doing your reading, then just send the question on the comments. If you think you're not going to be available, Send me like one, I don't know, 1 penny or something. And then put your question in that. Just so your question's near your donation. Okay, Michelle. And we got Brooke as well. Everyone's got very pretty names today. Okay, so Michelle. Can I please get a reading on blessings coming my way? I've been going through a lot. I need a positive reading. Also, if love comes in, I'll be so, so happy. Thank you. I've really been working on myself. Yes, of course, girl. Yes, definitely. I'll definitely do that for you. Okay, let's get you a special deck. I don't know what deck I want, but I want something different. I feel like it's in this one. Let's have a look. Let's grab her. What have we got here? I don't know. I don't know what one I want. Let's get a crystal deck. Hello, Cecilia. I think I literally just did your reading is of 52 minutes. So I literally just did you, Cecilia. 52 minutes is that. So go look at 52 minutes. That's why I write it down. Right, Michelle. You are at 1:15. Okay. Blessings coming your way. Okay. All right. So is that Michelle G? Are you the same person? Just want to double check. Okay, good. Cool. Lovely. This has been coming up for a lot of people, Shungite. This is really good for EMF waves, Wi-Fi waves, anything that's just, you can't see it and it's bad for you. Highly recommend. Hi, Rain. Thank you for coming on, girl. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Shungite is really good for you. Like, really good. Okay, so the other cards we got is Jade and Amber. Jade is for purification and serenity, and Amber is balance and renewal. So keep those there for a minute. Let's get some tarot. I want to whip out the classic tarot. I miss my classic tarot. Let's whip her out. She's been with me since the start. We love her. Okay. So I think you're releasing something from when you're about 24. A lot of this eclipse is bringing up our old crap. Okay. Oops. Okay. Right. Okay, so I'm getting what you're going through is really shaking your confidence. It's because it's to do with like shaking you up so you move and you move in a different direction. That's what I'm feeling because you can't stay in the same direction all the time. You're very tired of the same thing. And for a good reason, it's because you can't stay in the same place all the time. So what I feel for you is there's a lot of darkness coming up for you to be revealed. And it's always been there. Essentially, what they're telling me is this is your dark feminine side of you. This is the it's just emotions, it's just depth. Like because you vibrate on quite a not surface level, but like a light level, you don't tend to go too deep too much because it's kind of scary. You have to go deep. That's what they're telling me. You have to kind of look at the swampiness of like what you're going through. You want to kind of really go for like the shadow stuff. If you're already doing a lot of healing, which you said you were, I think this is going to shift within about 3 months. Okay, so by January, like for a lot of people, it will feel a lot better. Okay. And I do see that happening. I think let's just do a reading for this for January, because I don't feel like anything's going to change really until January. Okay, I'm getting number 10, so massive completion. Saying split the deck. Put a world underneath. Okay, so essentially you are being cracked the fuck open. So sometimes we don't want to be cracked open. We like to be in our safe little bubble, but unfortunately life has other ideas. You are literally being shoved to mature very quickly. Like you are having to go through almost like a late puberty, emotionally, spiritually. Like a lot of us are going through this massive, big, fat, ugly ascension phase. That's kind of what you're going through as well. And you're going to be crawling out of your hovel, like crawling out of your hole in January, and you're going to be a different person. You're going to be more feeling more alive. Your energy is going to be lighter, and you're going to start to feel like you won't have to protect yourself so much. There is definitely somebody here. Hi, bitch. He's really nice. I do feel like you need to mature a lot more than where you are. That's why it feels so uncomfortable, because sometimes it's essentially taking responsibility for what you haven't done, which is really uncomfortable. Because I'm not saying that you're not mature, because you are very mature, but there's a part of us that sometimes just has to full speed ahead, quickly mature. It's almost like myself. Like I didn't ever want to move. Like I'm only 26 and can be 27 very soon. And that's early for me to live on my own. Like I didn't want to live by myself, but like the last year or so I've had to move out. I've had to do all these things because I can't live with the narcissism anymore, because I was living with someone very narcissistic. So my thing was I really had to mature very, very quickly. That's essentially what you're going through. So whatever house you're going through, it's definitely a specific house. Let me see what house you're maturing in, because it feels like you're being kicked in the nuts. And it's weird to say nuts because you're not a man, but you're being kicked really badly. Let's have a look. The third house. So you're being. Oh, my ear is ringing. My right ear is ringing. So it's something to do with being. It's something to do with men and masculinity. Let's see. Okay, so they're showing me a Gemini, and Geminis tend to avoid their shit. Not all of you guys, but some of you guys. This is like the kind of negative side of Gemini, is they tend to avoid their crap. And because I can't remember if you're a Libra or not, you might be a Libra. But I feel like there's a part of you that has been avoiding for a long time. And I know this is not like your fault. I don't want to say it's your fault at all, but there's a sense of like, it's basically how you are in groups, it's how you interact with people, it's your sense of worth when it comes to groups and being around people, and it's trickling into you personally, it's affecting your self-worth. And I feel like you're feeling very alone, you're feeling really bogged down, and it's because you're comparing yourself to when you have people around you. Like have had you may kind of compare yourself to other people who have like a lot of friends or have like a man, and you tend to compare yourself and be like, well, I don't have a lot of friends, I don't have a man, like I'm obviously not worth anything. That's the insecurity that's coming up, and that's why it feels so heavy, because you're having to deal with it now. It might be that you have been trying to make friends, or you've been trying to attract a group and it just hasn't been working, which just sounds exactly like my life. It's because you're not meant to have them right now. And it's not that you're doing anything wrong, it's actually showing you what you're doing right. It's actually showing you like you don't have to have a group right now, like this is about you. And Libras are really struggle when they don't have a lot of people around them, or they don't have a specific person they can reflect off of, because they're ruled by relationships. So having to form your own personality and your own needs by yourself is scary, because you've most likely grown up having to adapt and adjust yourself to other people. So your core value has been, how can I be good for them? And that's not what you can't do that anymore. So the Libra and Aries South and North Node changing into Libra and Aries is showing a lot of Libra risings. You can't do that anymore. You can't keep leaning on that insecure, unreliable person. Like you can't keep adjusting yourself. And I keep looking left all the time, and it's to do with like connected to your feminine. Like you keep looking at your feminine side thinking, am I worthy, am I enough? Am I doing everything right? Like, that's been coming up a lot for me as well, and I've been realizing it. I've been realizing how much I'm dependent on other people's views and opinions. It's very subtle, really subtle. So I'm sorry I'm like talking about you right now. I hope it helps. But what I feel is Leo, I mean, having Leo moon is going to really affect your self-esteem. If you can't understand that your value does not depend on other people seeing your worth all the time, like, your Leo moon is going to suffer. It's going to feel suffocated because Leos need attention. And your needs right now are about giving yourself the attention that other people couldn't give you. You need to not force any relationships like from now. You can't do it anymore. That's your old story. That book is closed. So when it comes to January, you're going to meet some new people, but from a different part of you. These 3 months is about shedding the crap that is holding you back from finding your tribe and your people. And when it comes to January, you're going to feel very different. This isn't going to be a comfortable time. This is about shedding, grieving, pulling out all the crap that doesn't need to be there anymore, is realizing stuff, meditating, being still, being sitting with it and like listening and not having to worry about it. Give that to yourself because you haven't been able to give that to yourself for a long time. How am I independent whilst being dependent on another person? How can I be interdependent? So when you meet your person, it's going to feel a lot better and you're going to be so different. Like, you're going from like, it sounds so weird to say, I'm sorry, I don't want to like offend, but this is just what I get. I'm seeing like you in like a playpen from like, I don't know, being like, I don't know, 3 to 7 years old, almost like trying to figure out how to talk to people. Like when you're a little kid, you're kind of like, how do I interact with people? How do I be myself? You're learning social skills. Essentially, you're healing that part of you. And you're going from about 3 years old to about the age that you are. You're almost going from like learning how to like figure out how to walk and talk to people and be in groups and then being whipped out of it, and then you were like, you got a suit on and you got a corporate job. Like, that's the extent of the ascension healing right now. It's like really intense. So that's why I feel so uncomfortable, because you're at the stage right now where you're still working on that younger self. And you could also be healing a lot of that younger part of you that you probably don't even know is going on because it's just so long ago. So Jade is really good for you when it comes to trauma, encourages self-sufficiency and past grief, which sounds a lot like what you're going through. And then we have Amber, which is connects you to the earth and provides stability. Resonating with the throat chakra, this crystal assists in treating goiters and other throat ailments. Encourages self-expression, enhances decision making, promotes trust. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. Do you think I have a new career in January? I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't really connect unless I do like a completely different reading, because that was such a big reading around yourself. Like, I'll have to do like literally a separate reading because that is like such a long journey. If that makes sense. So I wish I could literally just answer you, but that honestly is I'll have to do literally another reading to just literally just completely go there. So I hope that still resonates with you though, and I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's get up the list. Thank you so much, though, Michelle. Thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you, and I love you very much. You've been here for a very long time on my channel, so I really, really appreciate you. Okay, so we have Grace next. Let's see if there's anyone else. Yeah, a couple of you guys donated as well. Brooke. Okay, so this is where it's getting confusing because I think it's mixing up like where everyone is. Okay, Margarita. Okay, I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Is that Margarita? Margarita? I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I'm like butchering it. Okay, so Brooke, we have Ta. Sorry, and we have Rain. My girl, Rain. Okay, Grace. Okay. Doo-doo. Next relationship for Grace. Just like the drink or the pizza. Yeah, I know. That's why I feel like I'm not pronouncing it correctly. So it might have like an accent on it or something. I don't know. It's called being English. A lot of English people just can't pronounce names. That's why I'm really vigilant with like how I pronounce names. So, because English people can be very like lazy. Okay, so let's stop slating myself. Okay, so Grace, Cancer Sun, Libra Moon, Sag, Rising 23. Yeah, I see a man coming in quite soon for you, actually, my love. Okay, so Grace, 1 hour, 29 minutes. Yeah, I see a man coming in. He's about 29, blue shirt. He is, where are you from? I think he's from England. He's English. No, he's not. He's from the same country as you, but he does look English. I mean, England is quite close to where you are, so it makes sense. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, okay. This is a bit confusing because there's two timelines or two relationships. Oh, it's just so confusing. Taya. Okay, thank you for helping me with that. Let me see. How old are you? 23. She can get a relationship in 24. 20 when she's 24? Yeah, but it's like half a relationship. Okay, that's not helpful. 27, 28, 29, 26, 30, 31. I feel like you're going to have half a relationship when you're 24. I'm going to be really honest. I don't want to like confuse you, but it feels like to me it's something to do with 24. Like you're 24 years old and somebody comes in, but they're not fully committed. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm sorry. I know it's not something to be like, "Oh, I'm excited for that." It's like I'm excited to not be committed to, but honestly, it's like it's just a journey. So he could be somebody who ends up committing. But my guides are laughing, so it's probably not. So he feels like a less. Oh, thank you. Right. Okay. I haven't dated for a long time. I forget what it's like. So I'm seeing here you're dating him. You're not actually in a relationship with him. They're saying, "Yay, she's got it." So you're gonna be dating somebody in 2024, being 24 years old, and then 5, 26, 27, 28. I see you being in a relationship around 27, 28, and then I see a girl with brown hair. So you might have dyed your hair, you might naturally have brown hair. It's quite straight. And then I see you fully embodying who you are, getting into a relationship, having kids, getting married. Okay, so that sounds good. So essentially, between now and like when you're 27, you got a lot of learning with relationships and how you're not adjusting for a person. Having Libra moon is going to be really, really, really sensitive when it comes to relationships. You're going to want to have a relationship all the time. You're going to always think about everyone else. I'm hearing people call me too caring, and it's not a thing. You can't be too caring. What it is this need to please because it's probably what you've been brought up with, and you're going to be learning to let go of that. Okay, so I feel like this is literally a card for you. It's just come up, and I keep looking at it. Granite. It's not a really like obvious crystal, but the crystal for death, for birth, death, and rebirth. Granite. And it says helps you see the bigger picture, which is Sagittarius. Creates a safe, sacred space in which to practice magical and transformational rituals. So one thing that you've really been stressed out about is, which you may not be super aware of, but it's this sense of like hiding your spiritual side of you to help to please other people. Your accent is really strong, by the way. Like I can hear your accent. It's really strong. I don't know if you have a really strong accent, but it's like super, super strong. Like compared to me being English. Um, I think you might meet this person in a hot country. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest. I'm gonna be like really honest. Avoid people who are Brazilian or Spanish. We don't want any Enrique Iglesiases. Like, we don't want the tanned, black-haired men who are a little bit fuckboyish. If I'm being honest, you kind of got to avoid them. Yes, they're attractive. Yes, they got the muscles and the tan and the nice accent. But if you ever go to Spain or Brazil or something, just be very aware. Like these people, or Italy. There's a certain type of person I think you're quite attracted. There we go, there, it's your type. I know it's your type because you keep getting attracted to them. Stop it. That's the sort of person I can see you being with for, like, a few months, and then you're like, I'm so sad, it's so awful." You think literally your world's gonna crumble down, and then a week later, you're gonna be like, "Okay, anyway, moved on." Like, that's such a Cancer Libra person right there, like, so me. Um Okay, so the next person you're actually going to be with long term is a white Caucasian male, brown hair, and he's very simple. I know you want the dramatic type, but he's not. He's so cute. He's really nice. He's got a lot of money. Makes him nice though, right? Like, it makes him more attractive. But he is a very countryside person. He is like a proper farmery Wiltshire man. Like, he might be from where you're from, but he might have like an accent that's not from it's like a neighbouring country, so he could be from Wiltshire or something like that. He's very farmery. He might not be a farmer, but he's very farmery, you know? How many times am I gonna say farmery? Can we move on? Let's move on. Okay, so he's really grounded. He is gonna be about 2 years older than you. He's gonna feel so much older than you. You're gonna be looking up at him because he's quite tall, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, he's so mature." You're gonna think he's, like, out of your league because he's, like, so mature, and you're gonna be thinking, "I'm not mature enough for him," and it's like, "Yes, you are, like, stop bashing yourself." He's the same person as you, just on a different level. He's really masculine as well. You're so used to feminine men that you're gonna be thinking, is this what it's like to be around, like, an actual man? Cool. Oh, it's nice. Like, he's gonna be doing all the things for you. He's gonna be providing for you. He's gonna be, a material kind of, like, stability for you. His star sign? Yeah, that's a kind of a mystery to me. I'm not sure what his star sign is. Mm. Are you attracted to Aries? I think you like men with, like, quite a high sex drive because your Sagittarius is like, "Yum, yum," you know, but it comes with the territory of kind of being a little bit fuckboyish. So, I'm hearing it's a star sign you wouldn't expect because you've seen the negative side of this star sign and you're like, ugh, no thanks. No, thank you. Let's see. Leo. That makes sense. That'll be my first relationship. Okay, so the first person that you're probably going to be with is going to be Aries. Okay. So the next person I see you being with is an Aries, fiery, quite high sex drive. If you learn your lessons that you need to learn and you don't need to be with this person and then your soul is like, I'm done. I don't need this fuck boy in my life. Or this kind of like surface kind of level relationship, which is fine to have those. Like, you don't always have to have a deep relationship with someone to learn stuff. Like, this could even just be a connection to enjoy and be physical and learn things, you know. If you're going to be with this person, you will meet them most likely next year, a fire sign. And then I see you ending that relationship and being with someone who is a lot more mature and someone who is most likely a Leo or a Gemini with a bit of Libra in their chart. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. That is your reading. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I'm picking up the name Peter, this person. So thank you, Michelle, my love. I will add you to the list. Okay, so that is your reading. I hope it makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so we have Annie and Anna. Okay. And Anna. And we have Michelle again. Okay, so next, you're very welcome, my love. Okay, so next is Grace. My jaw is like really hurting. Oh, sorry, guys, my throat chakra is like really being affected right now. Okay, Grace. Did we just do Grace? Who did we just do? Yes, we literally just did Grace. Okay, let me take that off. Oh, it's so annoying. I can't delete it because that little heart's in the way. Bugger off. Okay, next is Lark. Okay. Okay, so I haven't got Lark's question. So if you are coming on, please give me your question. If not, I'm going to move on to the next one and I'll come back to you. Oh, there you are. Okay. It's only because you said your right ear was ringing, my right ear rings when spirit has to say something. Usually when I interact with tarot readers or astrologers. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my god. So it literally like bounces off of the tarot reader. That's funny. That's so cute. Okay. I love hearing how people interact with tarot readers and stuff because yeah, it's just it's interesting. Okay. Cool. Can you feel if my next romantic partner is a soulmate? If it's a yes, can you feel what kind of lives we've lived before? If that's a no, can you describe their energy? So you kind of want a past life reading. That's really cute. I've actually never done a reading like that on live. I don't really do a lot of live readings either. Sorry, a lot of past life readings. So that's really interesting. Yeah, we can do that definitely. I'm quite excited. Let's have a look. Let's do one card to sum up the connection. What kind of life have we had before? So you are going to freak. Oh my fucking god. Freak. Look how many cards you could have had. Like, wow. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, you are going to be soulmates. There we go. Nice. Okay, so in your past life, you probably had a lot of Libra in your chart then. There's a lot of Libra stuff coming up, which is not surprising considering you have a South Node in Libra. Decide. Boom. This is really funny because Libras really struggle to decide and they really struggle with balance. So I'm going to say this is your past life and my legs are tingling. So good. Nice. Love that. Have you got a grandpa in spirit? There's a grandpa in spirit coming out being like, he's like waving his little hand like, hello. He's probably an earth sign. He's really cute. He's really sweet. So cute. He's definitely European. Got a very earthy energy. I get a very earthy energy from Europeans. I think because there's so much beautiful like wet nature in Europe. Okay, this is going to be such an interesting reading. Okay, I could totally go on and on, by the way. So I'm going to try not to because I know you already donated the minimum. So let's have a look at your little mini reading. So we have the cheetah in the reverse. We have the fire ant. And we have the dolphin. Okay, so yes, you have your mum's your mum's dad coming out the most. He is very connected to you. He's around you a lot, especially if you move around the country. He's still with you. Just saying that. If you're looking for, say, if you're having a stressful day and you're trying to look for comfort, he appears the most because he's very masculine. So he's there to kind of ground you. Okay. Nice. Right, this is your soulmate. He struggled to mature when he was in your past life. The main thing that you're bringing in is this need for responsibility, okay? And learning how to, communicate, tell each other your needs, and be vulnerable. So because you're a Scorpio, you're bringing with you this sense of needing to be vulnerable. Okay, he's going to bring in this little cup. This is him here, little cloud, being like, "Hi, bitch, you want to be my girlfriend?" And you're like, "I don't know." Even though you're craving a partner, you're like, "Oh, now he's here. I'm not too sure." That is typical Scorpio. So what I feel is your person is going to come in really when you're ready. It's not going to come in any earlier than that. Honestly, I would stay away from dating. They don't want you to have any like surface level relationships because as a Scorpio, we need depth, like depth. We need intense, real safety that can make us feel really good. And I think that's something that you haven't had yet. So in your past life, you've got a lot of runners, a lot of people running away from you. And I'm hearing oh, sorry, you probably heard me burp. That's confirmation. You got a lot of runners around you. There's a lot of men that just can't commit. It's definitely the time that it was set when when you had this soulmate. He's very like Romeo and Juliet. It's very much like, "Oh, I can't be with you because of this and that," and, it's all very dramatic. I hate Romeo and Juliet. It's yuck. I hate Pride and Prejudice as well. It's just kind of the same kind of vibe. It's kind of, "Oh, I can't be with you because of the worst thing in the world." Like, "Oh, my parents aren't rich enough," or, "You're not in the same village as me." Like, it's all very dramatic. Like, I hate that. That's where it was set. There's a lot of men that can't commit in that era. I don't know why, they just can't. And you had a lot of runners. You had 2 relationships, and then you had the third one was the best one. You learn through experience, and that's something you're bringing in as well. You really do learn from experience in this life. Because being a Scorpio, we get exposed to everything. Like, it's so shit. It's good, but it's really shit. So you're being exposed to literally everything. And I keep looking at this bird behind me, and I'm picking up a stork. Is your animal omen at this moment? Wading through water, and they're telling me storks can walk on mud. Whereas if you've got someone really heavy or an animal that's heavy, it will sink in the mud. Storks, like you right now, are needing that surface to walk on. Like, it's almost like you aren't meant to go too deep yet because you're quite young. So you're not meant to have this deep relationship yet. You're here to just kind of experience what it's like to be a teenager and growing up and things like that. Yeah, 18. So I feel like that's why we've got 2 cards, because maybe there's a couple of people that have really impacted you or will. And the main thing that you're bringing into your life now is this need to trust your spirit guides, trust yourself, trust your own effing judgment because you're so empathic. And that's it. They're saying I could go on, but I'm not gonna. That was the end of the reading. But don't try and be too mysterious about how you feel. Like, if you feel something, feel it. Don't be scared of it. I know it's scary being a Scorpio. Hello, that's me. So it's not. It's hard to explain, but I think it's just Scorpio. You'll understand. Like, having deep emotions are fucking terrifying. Like, normally we get really good karma and trauma to tell us and show us why it's so scary. And a lot of the time we get family members who can't deal with our intensities. And I think that's the same with you as well. I think you need someone who's creative as you, who's someone who really loves to be creative, because creative people are so deep and they feel a lot, and it's kind of on the surface. So I'm going to say that's the sort of person you're going to end up with. So, and you got a lot of throat chakra stuff going on. There's a lot of resentment in the jaw. I feel like you might have been having arguments with your mum. There's a lot of resentment there. So I would say look at resentment and try to release a lot of that resentment that's stuck in your jaw. It's a feeling of being trapped. So, and I relate. So hope that resonates with you, my lovely. Also, the last thing I'm getting is red and black for you, which is the root and the sacral. So you're obviously dealing with a lot of like trauma and like earthy kind of home stuff that's not too comfortable. So I'm just gonna like cleanse yourself and go out in nature and things like that. Some heavy stuff. Okay, so next is Christine. Thank you so much for your reading. It's really funny about a thing I background that really feels European because I'm adopted from Asia. So my biological grandparents are Asian. Oh my God. Wow. My biological grandparents are Asian. Wow. That's really interesting. Huh. Oh my God. Non-biological grandparents are European. Did you know your non-biological grandparents? Because this man is really caring. Like, he does feel like your grandpa. He doesn't feel like non-blood related. Not that that matters at all. Like, literally doesn't matter at all. But that is what I'm seeing. Like, it feels like, yeah, on the Asian side, I didn't really get that. But in Asia, I know there's a lot of in the family culture is very restricting. It's quite about like punishment a lot of the time. So that is essentially what I got with your soulmate as well. There was a lot of like avoiding the punishment, because they know they were going to get punished if they like cheated on you or anything like that. But you're very welcome. Okay, so Christine is next. Let's see. Wait, I'm missing somebody. Hold on, I'm a bit confused. No, we're skipping them. Okay, good. We're skipping them. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like talking to myself right now. Okay. I'm pretty sure my grandpa on my mum's side died before I came home. Oh, I'm not sure then, my love. I'm sorry, I don't know. I mean, maybe your grandparent was actually European, part Asian, part German or something, you know? I'm not too sure, but, you know, it's all very interesting. I love, like, cultures and it's so interesting. You should definitely have, like, a reading of some kind of that if you wanna know more about your actual birth parents. I do know your birth parents. I'm guessing you do. I don't know, but it can be very kind of like intense. But you know, I don't mean get a reading from me. I mean you can if you want, but I would definitely get some confirmation on that because that'd be so interesting to know. Okay, so we've got Michelle, and then we have Claire and Maya or Maya. I think it's Maya. Yay! So excited you caught one of the live streams. 100% Asian, do notice, but I'll definitely be interested to get a read from that, like that from somebody else. Yeah. Though I don't know her birth parents. That's so interesting. That must be really hard. Like, I really get you. Interesting. Oh, I find, like, adoption and fostering and stuff like that so interesting because 'cause I've always I know it sounds so, like, frivolous because like, I don't have like, I'm not adopted, but I've always felt like that. I've always felt like I've been adopted because I don't have any close family. So it's just I relate, but I don't relate. You know, I relate emotionally. It's, really intense. So, okay, so let me do the list properly. I didn't actually do it, like, properly. Let's do that again. Okay, so Christine is next. Okay, Christine's next. Let's see where you are, Christine. Let's write you down. You are at 151. Christine, 151. Thank you. It's been really horrible. It's been really horrible, really uncomfortable. Yeah, it's not good. Being a Scorpio sucks sometimes. Like, I just want the good stuff now. I've been saying that to my friend. I'm just like, when is the good stuff gonna come? It's coming in tiny little increments, but I want like something really stable now. Like it's been so unstable for a lot of my life. So I wanna feel stable, you know. But yeah, I'm not adopted, but I don't know if you're talking to the other girl in the chat. Okay, so Christine, so you're at 151. Okay, so let's do your reading. So love your readings. Thank you. So you're a Sag Sun, Gemini Rising, Aquarius Moon, 41. Love next 3 months. Okay. Love the next 3 months. Okay. Let's do a few more shuffles with that. Okay. And we have home, which is funny because we're literally just talking about that. All right, and we have holiday. It says it's time to go on that holiday that you've been dreaming about. Live life! Exclamation mark. Sorry, yawn. Okay, got number 10 coming through. That's been coming through a lot for you guys because I know a lot of us are ending old connections and things. So I'm going to say that there's not too much going on in the next 3 months. If I'm kind of honest, like nothing really goes on in the next 3 months for us. It's more like practical shit we got to get done. But we'll see. That's you coming out. You are, I think it's more in the reverse. You're really learning your basic needs, like your basic stuff, like basic Aquarius stuff, basic air sign stuff. So things like having your voice be heard, speaking your truth, getting out your head, getting more creative with your mind, writing stuff down, like getting it out. Um, learning how to be heard and who you actually can be heard from because a lot of people aren't hearing you or haven't heard you in the past. Okay, moving on. Moon. There we go. So there's a lot of clearing around relationships. There's a cleansing going on. It's almost like a flooding, and I know there's been a lot of floods in the world. So there's definitely a lot of. It's just cleansing everywhere. It's so. Ugh. It's like how much cleansing do we need to go through for fuck's sake? um, but I'm trying to be positive. As you can tell, I'm very like worn out by life. But okay, so what I feel is if a person was to come in the next 3 months, you would not be ready. It wouldn't be the right time. Um, it'll be more of a sexual relationship, which is something you're like, "Ooh, yum yum." But no, it's not what you need, my love. They're saying, "I do need it. I do." Opening your legs like, "Yes, please." But no, I think on a serious note, it's not really what you need. Because you're so fun, like, you're so gentle and so like, you're so funny and yeah, just, like, happy and joyful, and you like to see the positive side of things, and I think if you were to meet somebody now, it'd be too much. I don't see somebody coming in the next 3 months. I feel they're really showing me about your relationships, though, so let's see about that. So, tell me about her relationships and the relationship to herself. We've got the raccoon. This is you in the next 3 months. This is so accurate. This is you, okay? This is how you're feeling. You're feeling like a little raccoon, really just hiding and just hibernating, reminiscing, recluse, um, reevaluating, learning how to be vulnerable. And then we have the lamb in the reverse. So I asked like where you are versus where you're gonna be, and the lamb is in the reverse. So because the lamb is in the reverse, what this is telling me is that this is who you really are. This is what's underneath the raccoon. The raccoon is very intense. They're like trash pandas. So they're very much about like survival and getting that food, and they can be quite aggressive. Um, because like with the energy of that, it's like hide yourself, and you can get quite like sorry, not attacked. You can be quite attacky. I don't know what it is. You can be like quite like this in the next 3 months. It's like someone like your insecurities are coming up, which makes you like this, attack people when they say something to you. So that wouldn't create an environment for this. This is your softer, gentle, heartfelt side. This is who you are. The raccoon is also who you are, but the raccoon is you in your healing phase. So you're not really ready to be with someone in that phase. It's kinda like you can't skip a step when you're trying to, like, build a cake. You can't put the icing on the cake until it's risen and until it's hard. Like, if you took a cake out the oven early and then tried to ice it, it'll be a fucking mess. That is what your energy is right now. If you were to add a partner in, it'll be like a fucking mess. Blech. So, the lamb being in the reverse is what's really coming up for you. This is who you are becoming, which is so lovely because it's basically showing you, like, you're shedding the hurt and the pain, the grief, and the masculine, intense masculine that's been really affecting us women. And because you're 41, you've been on this planet for a while. I'm not saying you're old. Sounds like I am saying that. But you're 41, you've been through a lot of stuff. You've been through a lot. And that's not something to be upset about. It's something to be celebrated. But also to realize, like, there's no rush to be in a partnership. Stop comparing your like age to society. It's like, oh, I should be in a partnership. Yeah, but that's probably because you're the raccoon. It's like every time someone mentions that you're single, it can be like, that's what it feels like. It feels painful. It's like my ego. It's like my ego hurts. So it's not like something to be upset about. Like it's not something like, okay, how do I explain this? Like, don't be upset that you react like this. It's okay that you are like this right now. I want you to be like this because this is what you really feel. Like, this is how you really feel about being single. It's okay. We're not meant to be on our own. We're community based humans. We're meant to be in tribes. I'm pissed off about it too. So, yes, I get you. Like, a lot of our shit's coming up. So, don't be mad at yourself for being like a snake almost. Be okay with being in that phase for now. Like, just Try not to be around too many people because you may lose some friends. But it's okay to be like that. This is a natural emotion. This is a natural reaction to all the stuff you've been through. I'm hearing I'm pissed, like I'm really, really angry. And I'm like, oh, be angry. Like, that's such a normal thing to be when you've been and felt so rejected or angry at society or life or whatever it is. Like, just be pissed off. Like, being pissed off is a natural emotion. And especially as women, we are hiding it all the time. And why the fuck should we hide it? Like, if you're angry at something, be fucking angry. Like, I want you to be it so you can clear it, because this person that wants to come in wants this version of you, not the raccoon that's hiding itself, you know? So when it comes to your next person, they're going to encourage that part of you. They're going to encourage that light, gentle person. And having Gemini rising wants to avoid that anger. Geminis don't get angry a lot. They are very, very private people. And I actually never realized this until I think back at all the Geminis I know. Geminis don't like showing their real, true emotions. I'm not sure why. Maybe because they're ruled by air and not water, but they are very scared of showing who they really are. And that's why it freaks you out so much when you feel so much, because you're like, shit, like, oh, I don't like this. I've got to be poised and perfect. It's like, you are perfect. Like, that is who you are. So what I feel is you're here to like show your real self, and also to expand and take up space. Why the fuck would you want to be in a relationship that doesn't allow you to take up space? So that's what you're learning and working on right now. And I don't know if you're going to be in a relationship next year. I actually could say possibly yes, but I'm not sure. It's almost like they don't want you to know. They're blocking it from me. So I'm just going to say I'm not sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I want you to realize that you are a multifaceted human. Like, you are meant to be emotional. And this is something I need to learn as well. My Virgo side is like, be perfect all the time. Don't be emotional. But it's because I've been taught to be like that. It's an English thing. English people aren't meant to have emotions, apparently. So I want you to be fucking messy. Be messy. Do some messy shit, you know? Like, do some artwork and fucking be messy, you know? Have a fucking dance session and just dance however you fucking want to dance. Let your hair down. Do a makeup session, you know, just literally do whatever to get it out your system, because it needs to be cleared. And this is like your inner teenager who's fucking pissed. Like, she's pissed off because she hasn't been able to express herself. And most likely you've been in a lot of relationships that have been muting you, almost like putting you on mute, basically. And that's not okay. That's yucky. And when Geminis can't speak, volcanoes erupt, you know, because they explode, because they are the sign of air, you know. So that's it. And my jaw is hurting again. So a lot of you guys have got a lot of jaw stuff going on. It's a sense of like this real fucking resentment going on, which is, it's hard. It's really hard, and it's normal, and it's okay. I would like to read you a card though, if that's okay with you. I'm going to read you a card. Where's my deck? There it is. I'm going to pull you a crystal card and I'm going to read it to you. Let's get you some advice. You are fun, but you're not meant to be fun all the time. Okay? There is a point in life when you have to take responsibility for the stuff that you're feeling, not what anyone else is feeling, how you're feeling. Okay? It's not selfish. It's perfect. Oh my god, it's so fucking accurate. Fuck me. Right. 25. Love. Impact. Literally, how has love impacted your life? How has people who you loved impacted you when they have left you, when you felt abandonment? This is yucky shit that we don't want to touch. Like, honestly, it's like, oh, no thanks. It's kind of like when you walk through a muddy puddle and you get dirty and you feel like, you know, if you're not good with touching mud and stuff and you're like, ugh, you know, you feel like you've been tainted almost. But it's not, it's just normal feelings, you know. So let's see impact. You're learning how to make an impact without being scared of it. How can you push yourself to shine more without fear? That's a really good question. Write that down. Write that down. Okay, so in order to grow, you must lay down strong roots that you can draw from. Chlorite in, oh, actually, sorry. This isn't even the right one. Girl. I found it quite accurate though. Okay, so impact. Okay, so this is Campo del Cielo. Cielo? I don't know. It's a green crystal. It's composed mostly of iron and nickel. Meteorites are very potent pieces that are sacred to many cultures worldwide. They fly at great speed through space, colliding with objects along the way, and the impact they create when they hit Earth is immense. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Know that when this card appears in your reading, it means something big, something that hits with such force, leaves a trace and ripples outward. Everything that comes your way is positive, no matter how it first appears. So you should be grateful for lessons that are giving from external forces. This did my I think our laptop just flashed, so that's a confirmation. This is a time to be completely focused on what you want and where you are headed. Go straight for what you want and do not detour, because the speed in which you direct your energy into something will have a lasting impact. Is there an area of your life in which you need to create a clear path? You might not know how to, but there are ways you can use meditation to help you achieve your goal. You need to know what it looks like on the other side of your obstacle. And when you can visualize that, you need to sit in the feelings as though it has already happened, even if you are unsure of how you will get there. Obviously, being careful with that. Feeling gratitude and joy while you are meditating will allow you to attract the scenario to you instead of the one you are in now. The universe will guide you through. Sometimes the greatest changes can come completely from out of nowhere. Here we go. That's your reading. Thank you so much, and I hope that helps. But I love this. I love these two because this is literally the epitome of the heart chakra. So love it. So nice. Love it. Okay. This is so cold right now. How much is in here? I could heat that up. Okay. All right. Next. You are very welcome, my love. I hope that helped you. Okay, so we have Megan next. Megan. Okay, I've got everyone on there. Good, good. Could I have my reading emailed to me? Yes, of course you can. I'll write you down. Okay, and Annie. Yeah, Annie. Okay, cool. If you email me, love, your screenshot of your reading, of your payment, with your name, zodiac sign, and question, unless you've already included it in the screenshot. Tamara. Yes. Have I not got you down? No, I haven't. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's probably PayPal's fault. I'm going to blame it on PayPal because it depends on when the payment comes through. Thank you for reminding me. Right, let's have a look. So Rain, and then it's Tamara. Okay, sorry guys, but this is just how PayPal is annoying. PayPal is annoying anyway. Tamara, Anna, Michelle, Claire, Maya. Cool. Okay, so Megan is next. Megan, I think you've had a reading with me before, haven't you? Like a few live readings, if you're the same Megan that I've had before. Are you the Pisces? Pisces? I'm not sure. Gemini. Maybe you're not the same Megan. I don't know. Anyway, sorry if the lights keep flickering. Might be the house. I'm not sure if it's the house or spirits. One of the two, could be both. Oh, it's your first one, so you're not the same Megan. Okay, cool. All right, that's good to know, actually. Okay, so will there be new people come my way in need of some new energy? Gemini, Pisces, Moon, Aries, Rising. You're very welcome. Let's have a look. Sorry if the lights keep flickering as well. There's a lot of electricity fuckery in this Airbnb. Okay. Oh God, what's going on? So much flicking going on. Okay, thank you. Okay, the next people coming your way. Let's see who they are. Okay, this is the first one. This is actually you. Where is that flickering? I think it's either the computer or is it the lights? I'm not too sure. Something keeps flickering. it's one of the lights. I'm just going to wait a sec and see if it does it again. It's really weird. It's not going to do it now I'm looking at it, is it? Don't know. It literally did it as I looked away. Is it the screen or is it the light? Because I can't tell, it does it so quickly. Because something keeps flicking and it's really bugging me. Lights flickering. I think it's the light. Why is that light flicking? That's really bizarre. Can you not? Like, I'm trying to concentrate. I might have to put another light on if it keeps doing that, because that's really annoying. Is it going to do it again? It literally does it when I'm not even looking. That is so annoying. Do you want to do it again? No? So annoying. Giving it the evil sound, like. Okay. Okay, so basically, sorry, Megan, you are attracting a lot of spiritual people in your life. You want spiritual people, like you want people who are on the same wavelength as you. You want to do tarot with them. You want to do crystals and all the yummy, light-hearted spiritual stuff, not the new age crap that people keep talking about. Like manifesting is bad. No, not that type of stuff. Like actual, genuine stuff. And that light is really bugging me. Do I turn it off? I might turn it off. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm going to see if that's the problem. I don't know if it's electricity or not. One sec. Okay. Let's see if that's a bit better. Might be the bulb, might be electricity, might be spirit. Okay. So lights flicker in my house, if that means okay, well, it's obviously for you. It's your fault. But seriously, it's obviously connected to you. Throat chakra. Okay. Here we go. So the sort of people you're going to have in your life coming in are Pisces, Taurus, Sag. Okay, Pisces, Taurus, and Sag. This is you. This is you in your fiery nature. You're going to be like the leader of the group. You're going to be a sort of person that kind of calms everyone down. That could be your personality. If it is, just let me know, because I feel like that's you. You're like Simba, or no, you're like the dad of Simba, whoever that is. I don't know who that is. But you're like the main man who is like the dad of Simba, who calms everyone down. Like you're the leader of the tribe. Like you're the sort of person that just really leads with a firm hand, which doesn't sound like you, but it is you. Like you're very delicate and sensitive, but you have a lot of drive and like energy behind you, like a big oomph behind you that leads. Which is really nice. That's the Aries part of you. So when I see like you see the goodness in a lot of people as well. So that's what people really like about you, is you're very positive. It can really drain you though, so you don't have to be positive all the time. This is coming from a Libra, essentially Libra rising. I'm a Libra and Virgo rising. I'm very Libra though. And I'm like that a lot. I'm like kind of positive to the extent of it kind of like kills me. So I feel like that's something you're learning not to be, is like you learn to like balance that out, and it's okay to not be positive all the time. It's okay. I just want to say it to you, like, I'm hand on my heart, it's okay. That's a massive message from spirit. Like, you don't have to hold everything. Okay, you're allowed to be sad and angry and all the emotions. Okay, don't allow people to stop you from feeling all the spectrum of emotions. Okay, so the 3 people you're going to meet, we have a lizard, we have an eagle, and we have a dragonfly. And they're saying, can you see which one's which star sign is which? Because I think this is the Sag or the Taurus. I think this is probably the Taurus. Is it? Because it's quite hot. Let me think. It's quite a hot country they're from. Let's see. Debatable. Taurus or Sag, Pisces. Okay. And they'll come in drips and drabs, not all in one go. If you are in any education or work, this is going to be the Pisces comes from, more or less in a creative job. Okay. These 2 are coming randomly. You can meet these 2 through a partner. Okay. So that's what I'm feeling. One person at a time. I know you want to have loads of friends. Geminis do need that type of energy. And I know you need variety, but you can't force it. And it's okay to just not have friends all the time. Like, I know that for a fact because I haven't had any girlfriends for like 5 years. So preach. Okay. So the next person you're going to be friends with is when you go for a breakthrough. You're going to approach the friendship from a really authentic place, from a place of, I'm not scared to show you how spiritual I am. Like, how many crystals do you own? That's going to be the sort of relationship you're going to be in, which is so nice. And you're both going to have similar mother trauma. So you're both going to bond over that. Okay. And one of you is going to really like the other person's mum. So either or, you might have the really nice mum, or she might have a really nice mum, and it'll be like a second mum. Okay. You have the hermit. So it's going to be after your hermit phase as well. I'm picking up next year. At the start of the year, you're going to meet this person. Could be around, I'm going to say between January and April. Okay. Around that time. Let's get one more card. Give me a sign of her meeting her person, or the next friend she's going to be with. Give me some information on that. It's going to be around a home. Communicate with others more freely, speak up, you have a right to be heard. So it's going to be to do with your Gemini side, which is your sun. So if your sun is being seen. So around your birthday, which will be around that time of April, there's going to be a lot of communication between you and this friend, and you're both going to be immutable signs. So communication is so like needed for both of you. You love FaceTime, WhatsApp, Instagram, any communication you can get your hands on, you love it. You might end up doing like a pen pal type communication where you do letters to each other or something. They're saying you're going, yay, like you're really enjoying this element to this friendship. It's really cute. And sorry, I didn't actually mention what gender these people are. I think they're all women. These are all women friends that I feel. But you are going to get a man in between that time as well. So that's your reading. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Thank you for getting a reading with me, and I hope it helps. Okay, so Annie is next. Is Annie the one we're going to do an email? Yes, I emailed you the screenshot. Cool, thank you. So I'll take you off. All right, Maria. Uh, 21. Let's do 21. 2 8. Oh, did that all wrong. Maria. 2:19. You are very welcome, my love. Okay, so 2:19. We're going to do Maria. So let me grab a question. You're very welcome. I hope it helped. I hope it helped you. Who is coming towards me in love? 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 Cancer Sun, Virgo Rising, Moon and Venus. Nice. Okay. This is random, but are you actually from the country that you've sent this from? Because I can see what country you're from. And I feel like your birth chart is really accurate to your country that you're from. I think it's Europe, isn't it? It's in Europe. Pretty sure. So I feel like your chart looks very European. That's a weird thing to say, but it does. Yeah. Is it Portugal in Europe? My geography isn't that great. Okay, let's see. Who's coming towards me in love? Can you give me your age, if you don't mind sharing? Because I can't see like when the timing is. I feel like I need to get another card. I'm going to pull the cards again. I don't feel like I was pulling the right card for you. I'm going to get another one. 56. Okay, perfect. Perfecto. Okay. Within a couple of years, I see someone coming in. They're most likely an earth sign, Taurus, probably a Taurus. They could be Capricorn or Virgo, but I'm going to say they're probably rising Capricorn or something like that. Your heart chakra is going to really crack open with this person. Like, whoa. Crazy. Taven, you have not missed anything. We are still going. You can have a look at the list if you want to know when your time is. Yeah, see, he's really coming in now. Within 1 to 2 years. So it could be next year, it could be the year after. I mean, come on. I love this card. It's just chef's kiss. So we have the 10 of Wands. We have the King of Cups. So you're having to learn a lot of stuff. This is 6 months worth of stuff you're having to learn. And then you are definitely aligning to this person in a very spiritual way. It's like a snake. You're going from one thing and then another thing and then another thing. So it feels like you're kind of repeating yourself, but you're not. Like you're having to just really, really just navigate, like flow as much as possible. Cancers don't like to flow. They need to flow because they're ruled by water, but they do struggle with flowing. Cancers feel so much and they're so gentle, but they're so hard on themselves. Like same with Virgos, really hard on themselves. And your journey, especially with you being middle-aged as well, you've been through a lot. So you would have a lot of the trauma and a lot of the past stuff from your generation as well. As a baby boomer, I think you are. So you would have that as well as all the stuff going on now. So I feel for you is there's a lot of stuff that needs to be shaken off. There's a lot of okay, I'm going to be really blunt, and I'm not saying this is you at all, but as an example, I'm just going to say it. So a lot of this thing around like Karens, like when you're a Karen, like you're the sort of person to ask for the manager, that kind of like, kind of traumatized woman type thing. A lot of these women I see are middle-aged, and I think it's because they have been holding so much trauma and it's just all coming out like, ugh. So what I feel is that's kind of what's happening with you. There's a lot of the trauma is just like, it's just coming out and it's not pretty. Okay. And it's okay. It's okay for it to not be pretty. And I want to emphasize that because Virgos don't like to let people in. And they don't like to let people see their messy side. And we don't have a messy side. That's the irony. Like being emotional is not messy. It feels it because we're not used to feeling like that. But it's so effing normal to be emotional, and it's okay. And I want you to recognize that. So what I'm trying to say is you're literally letting go of your cultural trauma, your country, like culture, your culture trauma, like trauma from Portugal, because Portuguese is a lot of like masculine. Europe has a lot of masculine qualities to it, like it's very culturally masculine. So a lot of women just feel very drained and really just overwhelmed. And I think that's something that you're trying to move away from, is this sense of like needing to be too masculine, too in your masculine. So what I see is your man is going to come in and he's gonna like you're not gonna be ready for him. I feel myself pulling back. That's kind of this person approaching you. You're used to doing the work in relationships, and that's the cultural trauma I'm talking about, and that's the generational trauma. Is a lot of middle-aged women, especially, have had to be so fucking not even independent. I hate that word because it's just been so messed around, but it's like having to be so effing responsible and masculine and manly, and it's like, fuck that shit. Like you're meant to be a woman, you know, you're not here to be a man. Like that's the trauma of the culture, you know, of like going through those different generations. So sorry, not generation, all those different 10 what's it called? Like every 10 years. I can't what it's called. But okay, so what I feel is once you have released this enough, there will be a man who enters your life. And I'm seeing you're going to be in your flourishing era. You're going to feel really feminine and like not everything is like daisies and rainbows, but you trust life more. And that's going to be when your man comes in. You're going to know when he's coming because you're going to feel so at ease and at peace and like trusting and flowing. And if you do feel something come up in yourself, you look at it and you don't avoid it and you feel good with it. And there's not too much about your man, honestly. I'm sorry, he's very hidden. But he is very, very manly, like really manly, like really muscly and tall. His energy's so like you want to give him a cuddle all the time because he makes you feel so yummy and safe. I'm gonna say he's got quite a thick beard. He looks like a fisherman, so maybe he's a fisherman, I don't know. But he likes to be really hands-on, and that is a Taurus. He's very hands-on. I'm seeing him like slashing a fish, like kind of fish in half and seeing the guts and pulling it all out, as men tend to do because they are hunters naturally. If he is a fisherman, that is the sort of thing he does on a daily basis. And he's really good with children as well. So you can guarantee that if he's ever around kids or just people who are younger than him in general, he's very respectful and really kind and like really, really, really caring, like such a dad figure, which is great because that's what all men should be like, same with women. So there you go, there's your reading. That's all I see. So okay. Anastasia, how to join in from Russia. You just gotta donate if you want to donate, or you can just listen in if you want to listen. Okay, so I hope that resonates. So let's go for Jennifer now. We have Jennifer next to see. Just going to check if we got any more donations to write you down. Okay, Jennifer, thank you so much. I won't write you down then because you're already here. Okay, we have a little stretchy stretch. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Jennifer, Taurus Sun, Sag Moon Pisces Rising, you are a great reader. I don't understand how I can pay many limitations. If you want to purchase through PayPal, it's just in the comment section. The pinned comment, you just literally just purchase through PayPal, but that's fine. If you can't do that or you're not able to, that is totally fine. I appreciate you just being here. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, my lovely. Okay, Jennifer, Taurus Sun, Sag Moon Pisces Rising. What's your question? Did you include your question? I don't think you did. So let me just check your info. See. Okay. Had a lab review before, and there you mentioned something about my career isn't really a career, but a liberated way of living. I resonated with this because I do have plans with a friend and wanted to know. Whoops. I wanted to. Oh, for God's sake. I wanted to know more surrounding it. Okay. God, you're so young. Fucking hell, I thought you were like in your 40s. You are an old soul, aren't you? Oh, girl. No wonder you feel so misunderstood. I feel that so clearly with you. It feels so heavy. I see you doing this. I'm just like looking down, being like, oh, I feel so sad. Like, that's kind of what I feel. No, I don't accept Venmo or Cash App because I'm in the UK. I don't think we even have that. Yeah, you feel like this. It's very normal as a Taurus. It's a fixed sign thing. We always feel like we're like always alone. Lovely. Look how yellow that is. Yummy. Okay, so magician is basically saying you've got all the tools at your disposal. You're very intelligent. So even if you don't have to do anything physical with this next step, you can just do it mentally and then it will start to appear. I don't see anything happening really properly, like actual contracts or anything like that until 2025. So if it's like going off grid or something like that, I don't see you getting the official actually being able to reach the land until you're 25. If it's a job, I think you're gonna find it at the start of next year. You got a lot of letting go of this old version of you, so it's gonna take some time. It's not just a one-stop shop. And yeah, it's definitely money is involved. You're really good with money though, like super good with it. You're like, I know, because you don't tend to spend a lot of money on you. You're really good at saving, but you don't spend any money on you, and you always only spend it on stuff that's practical. You don't have to do that. You can literally spend it on whatever you like, and I don't think you know that, so I'm just going to tell you now. You're going to be really satisfied with the next, probably by September next year. There's some sort of surprise coming. You could your friends, if it's a friend, you said you have plans with a friend. I don't know what this situation is, but keep a hold of that person because they will be providing the goods, like money wise. Okay, so what I feel is it feels really smooth and easy. It's like this is the right thing for you to do. In terms of yeah, just more surrounding it. Okay, so what I see is in terms of money, don't believe everything you hear, especially with people you're a business with. It's kind of like people who are trying to get a contract with you. So, say if someone's trying to get, I don't know, say if you're trying to get a job, you can tell when someone's lying about the job and they say, oh, yeah, we're like really family orientated here. We're just like a family. Everyone gets along really well. Like you can see right through the bullshit. So, when it comes to people that you involve with and they're working for a company and they're trying to get you on board, whatever that may be, they could be your manager, they could be an interviewer, they could be a estate agent. Like you don't like listen to your gut, like know when someone's bullshitting. Because you know what to do. You just need an extra help. Like that's kind of your thing. Is like you know what to do. You just need extra help. That's the main part of what's going on in Aquarius. This Aquarius like journey is we can't do it alone, and that's why it's so stressful for a lot of us. Oh, okay. All right. I was not expecting that. Okay, so if that's going to be the case, then whatever you're doing, I see you earning quite a bit of money. It will take a while, and I think you may change the topic of what you stream about 2 or 3 times, but then once you get the sweet spot, you're gonna love it. It's only when you don't enjoy something, that's gonna be where you don't get the money, okay? When you enjoy it, you're gonna earn a shit ton of dollar. Dollar, dollar, dollar. And there might be a certain app that you can stream from that gets really, really popular. It doesn't feel like TikTok. It might be YouTube, but it might be an app that's not even invented yet. Maybe it's in the works. I don't know. But it feels to me like if it's a podcast. If you want to do a podcast, definitely. That'd be really good for you. I see it being like a girly podcast where you talk about stuff that a lot of women don't talk about. It could be like, I don't know, women, and it could be like the title of the podcast be Women and What We Don't Talk About. No, something like that. I know, that could be like an option. So that's what I'm getting for you. Thank you so much for purchasing. Okay, so next we have Simona. So you are at 233. Okay. What is in the cards for my love life? I'm trying to figure out if there is a suitable person for me in the future. Currently in the process of leaving a very complex relationship. 35, Sun, Cancer, Moon and Virgo, Rising Sag. Okay. Cool. I'm sorry you're going through that. That must be really, really hard. Okay, I'm just going to cleanse with energy. Yeah, I can feel the intensity. I can feel like it's like pushing, gripping, and pulling, almost like cramps. When you get cramps and it feels like this, and coming out, and coming in, and coming out. Yeah, I can feel like you're just so exhausted. Like you're just so done. You're like almost like you've aged 10 years. And your face has kind of drooped down a little bit. But it'll come back up again. It's because your energy is just so low. So that it tends to happen when you feel a lot lighter, when life just doesn't when life actually gives you lemons, when it provides, that's gonna be when your face just feels a lot lighter, tighter, and just lighter, tighter, and brighter. That's what they're telling me. Your skin is gonna feel a lot more better. Your cheeks gonna be bigger as well, like brighter, more juicier. It's kinda like when you're pregnant. That's gonna be what it's like. Yeah, it's like I feel like this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you now, everyone is feeling like this. Everyone I look at looks fucking knackered. Like fucking knackered. Oh, you have a child. Fuck, that's a lot. Oh god, that just makes everything more complicated. Yeah, so I mean I don't have a kid, but I feel like I do. Because like the amount of stuff I've gone through so fucking quick, I can't even express to you how scary it's been for me. And like, I was talking to my girl, my girl Rain, if she's on here, you know, we literally like she literally said it's like the life force has been taken out of her, and that's exactly how I feel. Like I feel like my life force is being drained out of me. Like it, I can't explain it any other way. And you're probably feeling like that too. You're going through what everyone else is going through, which is transformation central. I call it transformation central. Yeah, same girl, same. You know from Princess and the Frog? I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a voodoo man and he goes, Transformation Central. I love him, he's fucking fab. He's so corrupt, but he's so fab. Okay, so let's see what's going on. What is the exact thing you want to know? Love life. Okay, so if you separate from your person, because I do find it hard to connect if you haven't actually separated from them. So I'm not going to go too deep into the next person because I don't tend to do readings unless they've like completely left the person. Because it doesn't feel good. But here we go. So this is why, because the person you're around is going to keep popping up. So let's just see what's going on. Yep, leaving. Yes, thank you. And heartbreak. Yep, that is about accurate. Okay, so I need to itch my ear. Oh, really itchy ear. Okay. Moving on. Nice. March is going to be good for you. By March, you're going to be feeling fucking nice. You're going to be feeling so good. I don't think you're going to want a relationship for a while, my love. You're going to want one, but you're not going to have enough energy for it. I'm not going to lie. A relationship is not just something you can just get. Like, it's not just it's a commitment. It takes energy. It takes spiritual, mental, physical energy. I don't think you're ready for that at the moment. I think you need to really focus on yourself. And I think because you want a partner, it's a distraction away from what's really going on. And I know it's hard, but you actually do have to deal with what's going on. Like, I know you want to avoid it, but a lot of stuff is going to come up otherwise if you don't. Like, you're just going to keep pushing it down. So they want to tell you a few things that need to come up for you. One of them is this feeling of being abandoned. This is a real big one for you. You might have abandonment wounds, real strong ones. As normally cancers do. I'm Cancer Moon. I have them bad. So that's something you're dealing with. This sense of almost like a man pulling away from you. So you may have had abandonment wound with your dad. And I'm going to say this very honestly because this needs to come out. And the pain that you're feeling is directing at your heart chakra, and I'm picking up on your mum, like, hurting you with her words, and it's going straight to your heart. You feel shame because you feel like you've failed, and then you're pointing it towards your mum saying, "She's gonna hurt me because I failed. She's gonna bash me. She's gonna insult me because I failed." It's almost like because you're breaking up with somebody, you feel like you failed at life or you failed your family lineage or something. That's like literally such a big fat lie. Like that is exactly what you feel. That's the feeling isn't the liar. It's what's been put onto you, because that's you lying. Like, people have lied to you, saying that if you know, I've divorced someone, it was so horrible and I felt so shameful and like blah blah. I'm like, oh, I failed my family. Like, no, you haven't. You done jack shit. Okay, like, this is like me giving you some tough fucking love. Like, you are doing exactly what you should be doing. Is moving on. It's a normal process. I know it feels shit. It is gonna be shit, but it gets better. It gets better. This is just the uncomfortable part, basically. This is the cleaning up process that just needs to be done. So once you actually go through that and go through the process, oh, your family supports you. That's good. That's really good. So I do feel like there is still family trauma in the back here. So it's very subconscious. It could be from when you were younger as well. There's a lot of shame there. So if you feel ever like really low or like you're starting to bash yourself, tell yourself that shame has no control over me, because shame comes in many different forms. It can come in bitterness, it can come in anger, it can come in all of these things. But whatever it does, if it really chips at your confidence, and just realizing like that shame is not, shame has no control over me. And I want you to realize that. So I feel for you is the next person that will come in for you is a lot more supportive. He is in the realm of health. He is very much to do with like what's the word? I'm hearing Ayurvedic, like spiritual stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but he does stuff like somatic healing. He's probably some sort of practitioner, but he works with stuff physically as well and emotionally. He's very awake as well to like the government and stuff like that. So I think you're going to grow a lot more with him. And I think not that you didn't grow the last person, I think, but you're going to grow in a different way. And actually, you're going to be really who you are with this person. You're going to blossom so fucking much. It's going to be fucking amazing. So that's it. That's what I get for you. Woo, that was a long one. Oh, girl. Okay, let's see. Right, who we got next? We have Deja. Okay, if you have moon in Cancer in West astrology, you maybe have moon in Ardra in Vedic one. What's an Ardra? I've never heard of that before. You are very welcome, my love. Okay. All right, so Deja. Hey, girl. Okay, let me have a look at your question. Okay, so you want a general reading. Okay. How many people have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, I think I might be able to do half of you guys. I don't think I'll be able to do all of you because I'm like so tired now. Ardra is a nakshatra. I don't know what that is either. Nakshatra? I'm not sure. Tell me what that is. All right, Deja. Maya. Do we miss Maya? Let's have a look. I think one of you was missed, wasn't it? Let me see. I think Maya, you're at the end, aren't you? Yeah, you're at the end. Unless you donated twice. Okay. Oh, Menzies illusion. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So, right. Let's go. Who are we doing? Deja. Cleansing. That sounds about right. Got the number 6 coming out. And the colour yellow. A lot of solar plexus stuff going on. Your confidence is really being poked at. So there's a few things you're going to start doing differently, which is really nice. There's a weight lifting off of you, which is really good. It's coming through. We have love. It's beautiful. Number 9, number 2, 25, and 62. Okay. Let me get your question up. I love your little dog in the photo. So cute. I love dogs. I love animals. Okay. Okay. What Maya do we have? We have Maya M. Yeah, that's you. We got 2 Mayas. Let's see. I don't think so. No, just one. Just one Maya. So Maya M. So not Maya S. Okay. No, I don't think you donated. Did you do you donate? What was if you haven't, what's your name? Or if you have, what's your name? I'm confused. Okay, so I'm gonna say MC Maya M. Sorry, Deja. Okay, so yes, deep healing. Round about right. We have deep healing, we have rebirth, and we have expression. All the things. So I think you are going to be much closer to nature within about 6 months to a year. If you are wanting to travel and or change your location, now is the time to travel, to move. Definitely give it a go. If you haven't already, they want you near more water, more nature, more trees. You cannot live in the city anymore. It's not good for you. It will drain the fuck out of you. Um, so I would say if you're not living near nature, definitely do that. So that's something they're asking of you. If you are living in nature, they want to push you out your house. They're going saying, go, go, like get away from the Wi-Fi waves. They're really affecting you, especially at the moment because everyone's like super highly sensitive. Let's see what else. Where is she right now? Tell me where she is right now. Oops. We've got the panther and the octopus. Massive rebirth. Can you see the black? And then we have the color and then the color of the eyes. This is like a initiation type phase you're going through. It's just a lot of anger coming up. It feels really rough. It almost feels like a tornado. Yes, definitely. There's like almost like a tornado happening for you guys. You guys? Why am I saying you guys? Okay, maybe it's for everyone. I don't know what was going on there for you. I don't know what was going on. Maybe I'm talking to everyone in the chat. But yeah, tornado, basically. Tornado energy. Whee! It's like you're being picked up and then picked down, picked up, put down. But it's really funny that you say mountains because I literally in a place with mountains, and I want to show you a picture that I took today. It's literally on my hike. I'm trying to show you. I mean, mountains. Hi. So that's what I took the top of the mountain today. So stunning, so beautiful. Okay, so you are moving into this. So I'm going to say that you're most likely moving away from restriction. Your environment is so restrictive. They're saying you need to move out. It's not good for you anymore. You're used to the restriction, which is why you will never move until you're really pushed. And I feel like your shoulders are really stuck, a bit like mine. So I feel like you need to like stretch them out. I feel like you've got a secret. There's a secret. Something out a secret. I think your real self is coming out. I really feel that your real self is really coming forward, and you're no longer going to have to be so secretive all the time. Um, you're so used to just hiding and being in the background. So that's you're pushing. You're literally being birthed. So it's kind of like the baby being in the womb to being pushed out to be exposed. That's literally your life. That's what's going on literally within the next like 2 months. You're literally being birthed to be exposed, to manifest more because you're used to playing small, and you don't want to do that anymore. Yeah. Yeah, you need freedom. Um, they're saying, where does she need to move? So I have your location of what you have on your PayPal. So I'm going to look up that, and then I'm going to see if there's anywhere that is being drawn for you, if you don't mind. So let me have a look at that. Okay. See. Do do do. Okay. Okay. See on the maps. Let's see on the maps. I won't obviously say where you are. Um, it's funny because I love Canada. Like, I immediately got drawn to Canada for you, like Toronto, the outskirts where there's a city, but you can still go into the nature. Let me see, is anywhere else? South Dakota is pulling me. Vancouver. Higher up the country is really like, woo, pulling me up there. Yeah, definitely. Montana, possibly. And that's it, really. They like the any state beginning with M is really good for you. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Thank you for purchasing. Oh my god. Girl, you're so lucky. I'd love to go to Canada. I really want to go there. I'd love to be in America. Because you guys can literally just pop over to Canada, can't you? Like, you can just drive there. Ugh, making myself jealous right now. Okay, let's go for the next reading. Okay, so we have Margarita. I think that's how you pronounce your name, Margarita. I'm not sure. You are next. Okay, let's write it down. Where are you at? 251. 251. Okay. Okay. Oh, blue pen. Okay, love it. All right, so Libra. Hey girl, Libra rising, Aquarius, Sun, Virgo, Moon. I was so inspired by Celia's reading, and I wondered if by any other way you are allowed to receive any information about the man I'm meant to be with. 3 men came to my life recently, very different from one another, and I'm wondering if one of them is my person. If not, am I going to meet my man soon? Okay, so I'm going to be really blunt and kind of just saying it's obvious. So if you have 3 men come into your life and you're still not sure who it is, then just like Margaret. Oh, okay. Then it's not your person. You would already know. If you had 3 men come into your life, one of them would already be your person. Because if you don't know, then they're not your person. That's literally how easy it is. Yes, you would be curious and you'd be kind of confused, but I don't think it would be that confusing. I genuinely think it would be quite obvious, and your person isn't going to be in your life, and it's not going to be confusing. I see you meeting them through work, and I see that. Okay, so did you want like a past life type reading? I think you might do, mightn't you? Okay, let's see. Type of person to be with. Type of person. Someone who's going to shift and change you pretty quickly. Okay, so the people that you are around, they don't like that Netflix show. They don't spark joy for you. They don't make you want to be a better person. They don't want to make you grow. They kind of stunt your growth, if anything. So I feel for you is you're being asked to like just grow through the pain at the moment, as annoying as it is. Like, you're being asked to just step into your just like grow through. This is so cheesy. They're saying grow through what you go through. I'm seeing like you kicking a football. like over a rugby thingy. Do you like rugby? Yeah, I'm seeing you like going for it, and it feels very creative. So the sort of person I see you meeting is somebody who is really confident in themselves, and like I'm seeing this is so random, but I'm seeing like you like kicking a rugby ball, and you're like in this rugby gear, like kind of all looking all sporty, not looking the most feminine, for example. And a lot of men that you've been with or have been around would kind of make fun of you for being all like, I don't know, tomboyish in your sporty outfit. But your man wouldn't even question it. He'd be like, "Oh, that's really cool that you're into that. Like, I love that you're into that." And he's really secure. That's the type of person you're going to be with, is someone who's really secure. And it takes a strong feminine woman to be with a man like that. So I think what you're going through right now is like a transformation period, so you can't really know who you are and who you wanna be with if you're still transforming. So, is it gonna be next year? No, I don't think I think it's gonna be a little bit longer than you hoped. I know you're gonna find that annoying. I know you wanna be with someone now, but you can't force it. You need to make your life worth living before you meet a man. Like, you wanna grow into yourself so badly that you don't ever wanna be with somebody who won't accept your real self. Why the fuck would you want to hide in shame and in shadow when you can be fully living? Because we're only here for a certain amount of time on this planet. Like, we're just wasting our time pretending to be what everyone else wants. That's boring. So you're going through a really uncomfortable phase right now of like bursting forward. And I see the person you're going to be with is really manly. He's got dark brown hair. He's got, I'm saying semi-tan skin. So he's not like super like tanned, but he's got a tiny bit of tan. When he's in the sun, he can be really tanned. He is from Indian descent. He doesn't he hasn't got, like, brown skin as such, he has tan skin, so I'm gonna say he's mixed. He is also from my geography is really bad, but I'm gonna say he originates from Azerbaijan, and I don't know if that's in India, so I'm sorry for anyone who is from there or, knows anything about that type of place. But he's from Azerbaijan, like, he originates from there. His family probably originates from there, so he's definitely mixed. I don't see both his parents being Indian or from that area. Oh my god, my geography is so bad. I don't wanna offend anyone, but I can't help it. So yeah, and in terms of any of the people you're with, no, I don't see you're ready for a man yet. And I don't mean as in like, "Oh, you're doing everything wrong." It's like you're still learning like a lot about who you are. There's no space for a new person to come in because the thing is when we have a person come in our lives, is we tend to then all our patterns come up. So if you're used to pretending to be what they want you to be, then you're just going to turn into who they are. You're never going to grow. So if you end up being around people who are like, I don't know, fuck boyish, then you're going to pretend that you're lower value than you are to blend in with them. That's not who you are. So yeah. That's it really. I'm gonna get you one more card. Let's see what we have. I'm gonna whip out. Oh, by the way, you have the oyster and the butterfly. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Valentina, if you haven't donated, I'm only doing donated readings. So if you want to donate, just donate in the PayPal link. Okay, meditate, teach, signs, and career. Your career is more important right now. It's not to do with just money because I hate money. Money is so corrupt. But basically, your journey is to focus on what you enjoy. Focus on teaching. Focus on sharing wisdom about what you're really good at because that brings you joy. Therefore, once your joy is there, your man comes in alongside that, and you're going to get loads of signs that that's the right thing. And we have time. Look for synchronistic events around you. So your person's going to magically come in when you're in a raw phase. Like, no, like shit takes time, girl. It really does. Annoying as it is very, very, very true. Okay, so this is what you need to focus on is playfulness, and we have gazelling. I always forget what this word means. This word keeps coming up. Let me Google it. Okay. Literally means cozy, quaint, or nice. Oh, okay. So being a Libra rising, that makes sense. So yeah, needing to just be in your energy, like being comfortable, being playful. And I think also it's just taking life less seriously. Like you're somebody who's so analytical, like you're so good at details, but it can be not to a fault, but it can really control you where you just want to know everything, which girl preach. Hi, I'm a tarot reader. That is literally my life. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling for you. I hope that resonates. Thank you so much for my brain. Thank you so much for your donation. Okay. So Nora is next. Okay. So Nora is next. I will have a look. See. Okay. Oh yes, I see you, Maya. So we have Maya M and Maya A. That's so funny. Okay. So I might not be able to get to. I'm gonna do. I think I might just have to do 4 readings because I'm getting so tired. Like I can't even pronounce words. So I think I might just have to do the rest of you guys' readings through email or Instagram, if that's okay. So if you would like your reading done through email or Instagram, then email me and or Instagram message me and then come back to me on the chat and then just tell me that you've done it. Because I feel like I want to just do up until rain and then I think we'll just be done because I'm so exhausted. So I'm going to put that in the chat. So emailed slash Insta reads. That's okay. Because I'm so tired now. Like I'm waning. Okay. So I'm really sorry if you want your reading done live, but I literally am like so tired. Okay. I know, isn't it so funny? That happens. That literally since I've been doing readings, that has always happened. Always, 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 always. It's happened like that all the time when I do private readings. I literally have like 3 Christinas and they're all the same star sign. It's so fucking funny. I know. I want to know what that's about. Like, oh my god. Is there a way you know an estimate of the time step on my reading so I can come back later? Um, I can give you a timestamp if you want. If not, you can email me and then come back on the chat and tell me you've emailed me. What would you prefer? Because I always write down people's timestamps anyway. Do you know what? If you want your reading done through live, I'm going to timestamp you, and then you message me on email or Instagram, and I'll tell you the timestamp. Because I always tell people the timestamp if they're not on here, because I know they're going to come back to me and say, "You haven't done my reading," and I'm like, "Yes, girl, I have." Like, look at the fucking chat. So yeah. Okay. Wow, your middle name is Maya. Wow, so much like coincidence. Thank you. Also, I love like all your guys' names are so like gentle and spiritual. It's so cute. Okay. So let's do Nora now. Your last name is really cute. Okay. Ooh, this is a long one. All right. Cancer Sun, Pisces Moon, Virgo Rising. Okay. So we're saying we'll touch time to time. Okay. Okay. So My email, I'll write it down just a second. Let me get Nora's timestamp. So you are at 3 hours, 5 minutes. Okay. Email. victoriahittoinspire@gmail.com. Okay, so Nora, I feel like you've literally answered your own question. I know it sounds so annoying, like, oh, Vicky, I know that, but you have, like, you have answered your own question. A lot of the time is unless it happens naturally or it just happens in your life, and you know, like literally, if you if it happens, then it's meant to be. If you feel like you have to think about it and adjust it and force it and pick at it and touch it and strip it apart, it's not your person, okay? You shouldn't have to strip it apart and fiddle with it and force it and shove it. Like, that's not life, okay? Society has taught us that that's okay. Society can go fuck itself because society is a fucktard of fuckery. Like, I hate it. If I could just exit the matrix, that would be fucking fab. But at the moment, we can't because apparently we're on a planet of learning. So, anyway, rant over. So, this person's probably not your person purely because you're debating it so damn much. And you literally said, "You met someone last summer, we are on the same level, we're in touch from time to time." If you're not in touch for longer than, like, I don't know, a week, it's not a relationship. And I always say this to people, like, imagine having kids with this person, then sitting them down and being like, "Yes, mummy and daddy only spoke to each other on and off. Every week we stop speaking to each other." Like, that's not gonna be fucking romantic. Your kids are gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why are you with this person?" You know, your kids are gonna be like, "That doesn't sound very healthy." So you kind of wanna choose from a place of awareness, which I know can be hard because we've all got our trauma. Thank you, Sara. That's really cute. Yes. I've actually done about 5 or 6 hours before, which is mental. And I actually have been on a walk today, so woo. Um, yay me. And I have Tim Hortons, so I love this brand. It's so yummy. Anyway, I'm a sucker. I hate society, but I'm a sucker for brands like this because yeah. Anyway, I gotta like use it to my benefit. So I feel like Nora, I do feel like someone is gonna be coming in for you, but I'm okay. I know this is annoying, but this person you're learning through is a lesson. Okay, it's a lesson. It's a lesson, it's a lesson, it's a lesson. And they're saying it 3 times to fucking emphasize it. Okay. They're showing me this is how it is. The metaphor around this person is like you're almost being dragged through the mud. I can see your shirt being pulled like this, and you're like, "No, no, no, I don't want to do it." Like, no. Like that's literally how this relationship feels. It's like trauma. I'm gonna say this person's probably a twin flame, and they're like winking at me. I go in this. Like my spirit guides are like this. Yeah, so it's probably yeah, it's a twin flame. So it's not no. They're dragging you through oh, I get it. It's like a firework. Oh, like it literally is like you're being dragged through their mud. You're being dragged through their trauma, and your trauma, their trauma is just combining together. It's making this pile of shit. And then you're being dragged through it because relationships are both people. So sometimes when we are with someone who's traumatized and you're traumatized and then you're in a relationship, of course you're going to take on their shit because you empathize. You're like you empathize with that person. I emphasize, but essentially yes, you empathize with that person. So you're like, oh my god, that must be so horrible. And then you enmesh with them. So this already feels like a relationship without even being with this person. And that is your Pisces moon and the Cancer Sun being like, "Ooh, what a lovely relationship, la la la." Even though I'm really unhappy, as long as I'm in a relationship, everything is good. It's like, no, girl, no, no, girl, no. Okay. Thank you, Taven. Sorry, Taven. Do you prefer us emailing you or Insta? I don't really mind. Instagram is fine. Instagram is actually easier, not Instagram, because then I can voice message you if I need to. I think I'm after Nora. Where's the list? Yes, you are. Yes. So I'll just check back around the 3-hour mark. Okay. So what was I saying? You're being dragged through their shit. Okay, so no, this person is for you. In terms of move on to focus on other things and let the connection be, yes. 100%. Virgos are literally such like, we are I'm a Virgo rising, like, kind of Virgo, Libra rising. Like, I'm more Virgo rising, though. So, basically, like, we are massive triers. Like, Virgos are triers. We try so fucking hard to make things work. I don't know why. I think it's because we can see the potential, we can see the perfectionism in something, and we wanna get it so badly. It's like chef's kiss. It's like once I get it perfected, I can leave it alone. It's a bit like OCD, and I can say because I've had OCD. It is a pile of crap. It's shit. Yeah, it's nasty. So it's kind of like OCD, but with a relationship. It's kind of like obsessive about a relationship. That's not normal. It is normal in society because we're all traumatized. But the next person you're going to be with, no, that's why would you make someone being pain? That's not a relationship. If someone genuinely cared about you, they wouldn't put you through that. They wouldn't. Even if they're unconscious of it, I guess they could put you through it. Because trust me, I've had a few people who've put me through the shitter, and I've told them about it, and they completely ignored me. So people people do know what they're doing. It's just what they choose to do. So if someone's choosing to treat you like crap, you need to move away from that. That's your responsibility. Um, it's not your responsibility to change them. You're not here to change them. Oh, I know what it is. It's the Virgo side of you that's trying to fix. I forgot Virgos are like that. Yeah, we try to fix people. That's Virgo. You need to come away from that, my love. That is what you're learning to come away from. That is your learning. That from this person, you're learning to not change stuff. People will only change when they are really ready to change, and a lot of the time they don't. So when someone is not ready to change, you got to move away from them because you're traumatizing yourself. You don't deserve that. And sometimes when we've been traumatized from a young age, when we've been through a lot of narcissistic relationships, we will think that it's our fault, that we can, if I blame myself, then I can control it. It's like, no, this person isn't treating you well. Oh, that's fine, my love. No, 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 it's okay. If you've emailed me, that's all right. You can just leave that. You don't have to email me and Instagram message me. So I'm going to give you some advice because I think you need some advice. So let's do that. What can she do to really help herself right now? What crystal does she need to really help herself move through this? And give her the confidence. Okay. Whoa, we got 4. Holy shit. Okay, so we've got black tourmaline, apophyllite, Kambala jasper, and we have azurite. So I'm going to tell you what these all represent. So the black tourmaline is basically about you getting grounded. It's about you connecting to your psychic abilities because you are fucking psychic, and cancers are always really insecure about their psychic abilities. You are so psychic. Needing to learn about your health and realizing that people will affect your health. If you are constantly thinking about somebody, cut the cord. I would say look up emotional cord cutting, get this person out of your spiritual realm. And then also, this will help you to improve your psychic gifts. You are very sensitive. Cancers are like sponges. They will suck up any energy that's around them and not even realize because they're so sensitive. So, what I'd say for you is you are literally sucking. Well, it sounds really weird, but you're sucking onto this person like not a leech, but like those like little like shells that suck onto the side of like whales and stuff. That is you. Like you want to be protected, you want to have something to focus on, but it's not this person. You have to pull away. Okay. And then I feel like your person will be coming in after that. And I think it's just gonna take some time. You can't force them. Don't be okay. I think you're okay. A lot of my clients who I get that are around 30, there's this real big fear around being single around 30, and I think you're scared about when you get to 30, you're like, "Oh my god, but I'm gonna be 30 soon, like, what if I don't meet my man? It's gonna be the worst thing in the world," and then you get all this shame. It's normal to feel like that, okay? So, I'm gonna say to you now, before you feel that, is to not rush into a relationship because there's a massive fear around you being 30 and single. Girl, it doesn't matter about your age. It might feel like it, but it really doesn't. 30 is fucking young. You still got about probably 15 years before you need to really think about your body clock. Maybe 40, maybe 12 years. So just keep that in mind, all right? It's not your fault. It's not your journey to find a man. It's not your job. Okay. I know you want to fix stuff. I know you want to have everything perfect, but you are perfect just the way you are. And you don't have to prove yourself to get with a man. If you do, then they're trash, honestly. Leave them alone. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Okay. All right. Next is Taven. Okay. Thank you, Nora. Okay. Where's my selenite? Where is my selenite? Okay. Okay. Sorry, you're so cute. Thank you. I love that encouragement. That's really sweet. That's the type of shit I need in my life right now. It's like doing a workout. It is. Do you know what? My life is like a fucking workout. It's my mom's my first house. Girl, can I like hire you to be my like fitness instructor? Emotional. Okay. I like love that though. Like I love like verbal encouragement. I don't think I've ever actually said that out loud, but I actually love verbal encouragement. Like, because I never really got that. Like I did a little bit, but honestly I had to fucking earn it. So not really. No, I didn't get it. No, I needed it like in a very authentic way, which I never really got that. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Honestly, little things like that mean so much to me. Like when you don't have it, it's like Christmas. Okay. And yeah. Okay, so Taven, you said about your question. Let's see. I actually don't know what your question was. Where is it? Is it quite far up, isn't it? Oh no, hang on. I think you yeah, that's it. You sent it again. That's right. Okay, let's do your timestamp then. Like I said I would. Look at me being all responsible and shit. Right, 3 hours. 3 hours and 17 minutes. Also, Virgo risings are such hard workers. Like, we are literally such hard workers, like, honestly. I feel sensitive to you. I'm picking you up a bit. Oh, thanks. That is so nice. Don't make me cry. That's really cute. Why am I crying? Oh my god, that's so weird. That's just really made me want to cry. Oh, you can tell I've been through the ringer, can't you? Fuck. Stop it. You're going to make me cry. Okay. Right. Taylor, let's do your reading. Okay. Right. Oh, thank you. It's been really hard. Like, I'm not going to go into it because I actually will cry, but it's been really shit. Like, I don't understand how I'm still here. Probably because I know that it's going to get better at some point. I'm like clinging on to that. It's because I know that the more work I put in and I keep going, I think it's more about pushing for myself because I've always had to do it for everyone else and I've never had any support really. Maybe physically, maybe like financially been supported, but emotionally not at all. Like I don't remember the last time someone like congratulated me on something like in person, you know, from a family member. And that shit's important. So, is it ever hard interacting with so many energies? Yeah, but I think my Virgo side does help because it's almost like I have a block to it. I don't know how. It could be my Scorpio. It's probably my Scorpio side. I need to give her more credit. This could be my Scorpio side actually, because Scorpios are very calculated. I think it is. It's probably both. I can open and shut the door like this, so I can be vulnerable and I can close it fully. Then I can be really vulnerable and I can close it again. So yeah, it's pretty much like that. Please talk to me. I feel like we can really help each other. I feel like I kind of need you at this time. Okay, give me a message. I think, are you on I can't remember why we've messaged. Sorry, I talked to so many clients. So message me on Instagram and we'll have a chat. Oops. Oh, come back. Come back. Okay. Right. Taven. Let's see. Career advice. Insights into current casual intimate connection. Oh, okay, cool. All right, thank you. That's fine then. Good. Okay, so what I see for you is you're kind of I'm really gonna be really blunt. You're kind of going in the wrong direction. I don't want to say it's the wrong direction. Nothing is the wrong direction, but from a human standpoint, it feels like the wrong direction. It's like you keep applying to jobs that you know you're not gonna like, or you keep looking at jobs because you like a lot of variety and you're very determined. So it's almost because you're so kind of emotionally disconnected from your job, thinking like, I have to be emotionally disconnected to it. I can't ever have a job that is like this and it's like bright and I can take up space. Like you always feel like you can't do that. So you always go to a job. It's like, well, I can do that. So let me do that. It's like, have you not thought that you can actually do a creative job or something that is so expressive and for you, not for anyone else? This is your job. All this stuff is the human conditioning that's going on right now, which is very normal. It's like not a bad thing. It's not like something bad. It just because I'm channeling, it sounds like I'm like bashing being a human, but because I'm channeling, that tends to be what happens because I can see from the spiritual side. So this is how it feels. It feels yucky. It feels rough. It feels uncomfortable. I wouldn't say your job is going to appear like that. You have a lot of conditioning around having to be like, yes, sir, responsible. Like I have to do everything a certain way. And, it's very Capricorn, very just like I have to be this responsible person. It's very low. It's very kind of like very narrow-minded thinking, which is kind of the negative side of Capricorn. The positive side, or kind of like the more, I don't know, not even awakened side, more like balance. Good. Balanced side of Capricorn is like adventurous, but in a more calculated way. How do I explain that? Like creatively explorative. Projects, that's what Capricorn represents, projects. So it's because projects represents creativity, but it's very calculated. You know what it's about. So say a project is about, I don't know, anything. It could be a project is like, I am going to create a website. That could be a project. My next project is a website. A website can be fucking anything, but it's a Capricorn thing. It means I've got a goal. I need a few topics. What's it going to be about? How much am I going to charge? What am I selling? But you're doing it in a creative way. So you've got an end goal and end result. But when you're looking for jobs online through other people, I don't feel like that's actually good for you. And I'm going to give you some advice around that because I don't want to say like, oh, you're doing everything wrong, because you're not. Okay. Basically, the main thing that you want to focus on is how does this make me feel, which is something that you probably don't look at a lot because it's very calculated and you feel like you've got to be responsible all the time. So you feel like you can't let your guard down. So if you do let your guard down, everything's going to go to shit. It doesn't work like that. But I think subconsciously you think, well, if I start feeling stuff, I'm going to start to be crying and emotional. And then my life is just going to be a wreck and I'm not going to be able to concentrate. And then I'm not going to be able to get a job and I'm going to be homeless. That's what I feel. So that's kind of how I think you feel. You're very poised, but that is how you feel. I think that's the real Capricorn side. So what I'm going to say is stop punishing yourself. Give yourself some space to think about what you'd like to do. And I think it will naturally come to you. And I think give yourself some goddamn fucking permission to do something where you can expand and take up space. You fucking deserve to do that. Why would you want to be miserable your whole life? Capricorn is fucking miserable sometimes. Like Scorpios, we can take life too fucking seriously because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is a very miserable old man planet. Like he's like, you have to go through this, blah 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 blah. Like he can be really boring. Like he's necessary, and it's like an old man who's miserable, trying to get him to do something fun. Like that is kind of like the negative side of Capricorn, and it can fucking fill you up so quickly that you never think you can have a good day in your life. So basically, that's what I feel. I think for you is it's like your career is inventive and fun. This is what you'll need to focus on. It's slow progress. Okay. So I would say in terms of your career, I see you working yourself or working for a business that you are so fucking passionate about. You want to know more. If you want to know more, that is your business. That is what you want to do. If you don't want to know more and you're not interested, don't go towards it. And I want to say that to you in your love life as well. If you're not interested and you don't want to look into it, be like, ooh, what's in here? Then don't bother. It's not important. And in terms of this intimate casual connection, I think it's really rippling into your job life because I feel like, oh, this is gonna be so blunt. I'm gonna tell you, I feel like it's a little bit of a distraction. Distractions can be good, okay? If you think it's a healthy distraction, or at least it's just a distraction of some kind, go for it. But if it's causing you pain, and I know it's causing you pain because I can see it, I can see there's something in your subconscious, it's triggering you. Yeah, it's triggering your abandonment wounds. Oh, there it is. I can see it. I'm not gonna go too deep into this because it's getting really shadowy, but it feels like shame. This is the thing with intimate connections is they can be so fucking triggering. Like I've been I've done a lot of stuff with different people. Not like loads of stuff. I'm not like I've not been around a lot, okay? But I've been with a few different people and it fucks you up because you're taking on all their shit. It's a good distraction. It's a good learning curve, 100%. It's kind of like you got to try different things. So I would say, in terms of the intimate connection, I don't feel like it's not a partnership. It's more of an experience. And it is a big fat distraction and it shows you and it shows up your shame. And I'm going to be really honest. I need to tell you this. It's bringing up a shameful part of you that says, if I can't work, I am worthless. And I want to tell you that is a big, fat fucking lie that has been put onto you from society, unfortunately, and your past and your family. And you probably have pressure from either yourself or a family member telling you, like, oh, have you got a job yet? Blah, blah, blah. Because there's normally somebody in the family who does that. Um, and you feel you're very responsible and a part of you feels like you failed because you don't have a job and you're using this man to distract you, whereas I want the way they're explaining this is so funny. So I'm going to tell you, they're saying he tickles your pickle and they're saying that you can have your pick. I'll just tell you that they're saying they want to have your tickle pickled in a different area. It doesn't have to be in a sexual way. So it's almost like you're putting all your creative juices into your intimate life. And if it feels like you're grinding yourself against sandpaper almost when it comes to the situation, you're like, oh, I don't like this, but I feel like I have to do it. Don't just stop. Just pull away, have a little think. Remember, you have choice. So that's what I feel for you. Honestly, a lot of it is just this is not a good time for a relationship at all. I'm going to say it's not until really January, end of December is good for relationships. I wouldn't start anything with anyone because everyone is going through so much trauma. You are literally seeing everyone's shadow pop up, and it's like, ugh, no, thank you, and no thanks. Because it's like, yuck. That is something I definitely want to avoid. If I literally got with someone right now, I think I'd literally rip my hair out. Because it's like trauma central around here, honestly. How are we all still alive? Honestly, it just baffles me. It just baffles me. Okay, so Denisa, have you donated? Because I'm only doing readings for people who've donated. So I'm only doing the readings that I've put here. And Greta. Anyone who hasn't donated, I'm not going to do a reading for. If you want a reading, you're welcome to donate, and I can do your reading through email or Instagram. You're welcome to donate if you want to. Okay, Brooke. We have Brooke. I can't remember how to pronounce your name. Tay. And then Rain. Okay, so Brooke. Let's see where yours is. Where is your question? There you are. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you are at 3:29. I read to go to sleep. Okay. My question is, what direction does my spirit team recommend for me over the coming months? I'm 21, Scorpio Sun, Gemini, Cancer rising. Okay, so you're generally going to be very confused. Gemini moons are confused people. No, they can move away from that, but at a young age they tend to be quite confused. And I mean this in the most gentlest way. Is it's like they really struggle with their identity. Taya, thank you. They really struggle with their identity, and they struggle to grasp onto like a solid state of being. Okay, so it will be a little bit of a struggle to focus on one thing, whatever you're going through. We have flow. So in terms of like one thing that you need to focus on, it's never going to be like that for you until you fully integrate your personality. And you only really fully integrate it when you come away from your family, because you take on energy like a sponge. So whoever you're around, you tend to become that person, and you tend to then adapt to that person to make them happy. Then you will then sacrifice yourself and basically avoid your entire being, because to be and feel safe around people, you will have to sacrifice yourself for narcissists. Only narcissists will make you do this. So you're probably around a lot of people who don't make you feel very safe. Then you have to adapt yourself to that environment to make yourself feel safe, right? Um, yes, I am taking on more people, my lovely, but I'm not doing any more live readings. So if you donate, I'll do it through email or Instagram. So if you donate, and then just email or Instagram message me and let me know when you've done it. Okay, so I feel for you is you are wanting to come out of this like this pure, unpure feeling. I like to say unpure because that sounds really bad, but your focus is one thing at a time. Your focus is to start small and work your way up. So if you have an idea of something you'd like to do, whether that be more confidence, it could be a little feeling that you want to try feeling more. It could be you would like to be a bit more creative. Do it. Don't think about it too much, because that's when you start to stop yourself. You are someone who is very gentle, and it's really funny. I'm going to be really blunt. I have a friend who is also Cancer Sun, Gemini Moon, Cancer Rising. So I have a lot of experience being around Cancer Risings and Gemini Suns. So yeah. So he's very similar to you. Oh, oh, Denisa, I'm so sorry. Okay, Denisa, give me an email and give me a Instagram message. I'm so sorry I didn't get to you. I don't know why. Are you part of the group that I didn't do then? Oh, maybe you are. Okay. Message me on Instagram or email, because I prefer to just get the live readings out of the way, and then I do like a new whole live stream. I don't like to kind of bring them into the new live streams. So can you do that for me if you can? Baby steps. Yes. I think you put too much emphasis on doing everything all together. I'm a Scorpio as well. So we try to make everything perfect. And if it's not perfect, we don't want to do it. And that's the part of us that we really got to learn to just sit with and to say it's okay, you know. Um, Okay, yes. Yeah, definitely. So in terms of what you can do right now to essentially what you need to focus on while you're in this environment, I would say to form more of a connection spiritually, because I think that's what you're really passionate about is spirituality. And I think this will be a really personal thing for you. And it's, as a Scorpio myself, I actually loved working with my spirit guides when I was around my family, because it really gave me a sense of self. Like it really grounded me into myself, and it gave me a sense of peace. It's almost like escapism, but in a good way. It's almost like creative escapism. And I think that's something that would be really good for you. So meditation, you can try maybe a healing group or like a tarot group, or things like that. And the fact that you're here on this live stream is a massive indication that that's something you're already doing. Um, and I think also is to my heart just expanded. I think I see you cycling to a certain arena, area, as location, and you're so fucking happy. And it's your little sacred spot. Have you ever seen The Secret Garden? That movie's been coming up and down in my subconscious for a little while. The Secret Garden. I see you finding a secret place just for you, and it's just yours. And I think that's what you need at the moment. I think that's what you need to focus on is actual healthy escapism is like going out your house, cycling, and just going somewhere. It's actually it's really underrated. Is doing stuff like that. Yeah, I think you need to do that. And you've got a lot of signs coming from your past loved ones. So if you've got a past loved one who you're really close to, um, or your spirit guides want to show me a snail. So look out for snails. Like they're your little spirit guides from your past loved ones, especially your nana. I want to say nana and bears. Fluffy little bears. Love bears. Oh, your dog is passed away. I'm sorry. That really sucks. I'm sorry having to go through that. That's losing an animal's hard. Like I can't even tell you how hard that is because it's it's a weird feeling because obviously you can't talk to them but you care about them so much, you know? It's such a special connection. Oh my god, yeah. Bears are a big thing for Cancerians and Cancer risings. So yeah, because I'm teaching my brother to ride a bike. Ah, so there you go. I think that's really, really good. And I think for you as well is take away the good parts from family. Like really dive into that, especially at your age as well. Yeah. I think white feathers are going to keep coming up for you. Okay, flow. You need more flexibility in your life. Allow yourself to go with the flow. Signs, your past loved ones are never far from you. Notice the signs they send you. Birth, this is a time of new beginnings. Embrace a new life with open arms. And I think you're going to be working soon as well if you're not working already. So that'll be another focus for you. Skills, it's time to learn some new skills, study a course, or start a new hobby. I'm hearing you don't want to work, which preach. I didn't even want to do this. It's not I didn't want to do this job. I didn't want to work because I know that it's so corrupt. Like it's like modern slavery. And it says me doing my job right now. But like I love my job so much, but I don't class it as my job because I don't like the word job. It's just my purpose. But yeah, it's just really crazy. It's funny because you said it says your last name's Bible. Is that actually your last name? Because that's really funny because I literally said the first thing is to focus on your spiritual side, which is literally like the Bible. um, I don't want to work for unethical things. Exactly. And you shouldn't have to. Like I think you're a really good person to say this to. Like like every person's job is very important, and I say this now more than ever. Your job really should be about helping the planet in whatever way. So it can be as long as you're really like getting so much purpose out of it. Finding a job and making it so it's a good job to do is very important. Like certain things I'm not going to mention because it can be very controversial, but certain jobs really shouldn't be done. And I'm talking about anything to do with the government. Essentially, we're all working for the government, but I couldn't have a job, anything to do with that. I literally would want to get out my body and walk away. Like I'm very, 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 very confident that I do not want to go anywhere near that. So being a tarot reader is literally something I would never have thought of was going to be my job. I actually studied photography for 3 years, so I've always wanted to do creative stuff. So never feel like you have to do a job that you hate. I know money is so shit, like I hate money. I think it's a pile of trash and it's a way just to manipulate people. As you can tell, I'm very awake. I would talk about this shit for hours, but I won't. But basically, like try and find that balance of doing a job you love, but being it so it can be enough money to sustain you, which it will. If you really love it, you will. Yeah. So that will really help. And a lot of the time is when you don't love it, the money tends to fall away anyway, and then you tend to be drawn to another job. So there we go. Yeah, it's lovely talking to you, by the way. You're very similar to me, so love that. Okay. Next, we have 2 more readings left. We've got my girl Rain and we've got Taya. So Taya's next. So Taya, let's do your reading now. Oh, So cute. See, this is why I love Cancer Rising Gemini moons. They are my favourite. They are so fucking cute. They are so fucking cute. I love them. Yay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Okay, so what's your question? Because I don't know if you've got it here. I'm a bit confused. Unless you put it in another... Did you put it in another one? Don't think you did. You wrote it here. Can you write it again? Let me see if I can see it. I can't see it. Can you give me your question? Okay. What is the outcome of me dating my Sagittarius guy? What is the outcome? What is the outcome? It's going to be a bit rocky for a little bit. I'm not sure why. They're just saying it's going to be rocky for a little bit. Misunderstandings. Okay, I'm going to say this person, I want this person to be so good for you, but they're showing to me that they're kind of reflecting your dad. They're kind of reflecting your dad and the abandonment wound you have with him, because they're showing me he's working too much and he hasn't got enough time for you. I genuinely think that's what's going to happen within about a month or two, maybe 3 months in. He's not going to be having enough time for you. And it's not that he doesn't have enough time, it's where his priorities are. He's going to make you feel like it's your fault, or you're going to feel like it's your fault. Like, oh, I'm not doing enough, or I'm not messaging him enough, or, you're going to be like, oh, it's okay. Like, he's going to say, oh, I'm going to work late. And you're like, oh, okay. For like the 5th time this week. This person doesn't have enough time for you because he doesn't want to commit. He wants a partner, but he can't do commitment, which is really messy, actually, because that's like contradicting yourself, and that can fuck up anyone's head. So I'm going to say he's probably not the right person to be with at this moment, unfortunately. I know I want to say he will be, but he's really not. Tell me what is representing. Stingray. Let's get one more. Fish. There's a lot of marine life going on. I think it's to trust your intuition. They're saying, yeah. Yeah, it's to trust your intuition and trust your intellect. This person's mirroring a traumatic part of you. I actually think subconsciously you don't want it to work because you really do trust yourself. And this feels like you are kind of abandoning yourself by being with them because you know they're not good for you. It's annoying because I know you want to be with someone. I know you do, and I know it really hurts to probably hear this. And I'm not saying it to hurt you. I really just want to say it to be very honest. And as a Scorpio, I can see right through things. Like, I can see the bullshit, which is really uncomfortable sometimes. But it's true. It's like, you don't want to be in pain. You should be with someone because they love you, and you are going to be in a relationship. It's just not with this person because you shouldn't be with somebody who doesn't have enough time for you. That's not a relationship. Okay. So let's get you a card. Okay. Okay, so we've got 2 here. We got granite and we got rutilated quartz. So we got birth, death, and rebirth, and we've got vibrational healing. Protecting against psychic attack. Soothes bad moves, overcomes depression, fears, phobias, and anxiety. There we go. So there's something that's coming up for you is fear. Fear keeps you stuck. Fear keeps you in a space of, well, I can't move away then. What if this? What if that? If I'm not with this man, then who am I going to be with? That's the fear. Creates a safe space in which to practice magical and transformational rituals. I think what's happening is this person's a big distraction away from your real true you. And he's kind of confirming how bad of a person you are. It's not That's not true. This is your subconscious trying to protect you because you're really actually very passionate and you are very intelligent and very intellectual, very um psychic. And this card keeps coming up. You want to be with somebody who's passionate with you and creates life with you, not somebody who you have to monitor and check up with and adjust. That is not the you anymore. You've done that already, and at your age, that's the last thing you need. Recognize it, move away from it, and it takes time to recognize it. So don't beat yourself up. I think the next person you're going to be with is someone who's really recognizes you, who chases you almost, who as soon as you think of something, he buys you it, or you're thinking, oh, I really need a hug right now, and he comes and hugs you. Like, that's a man, because men are in touch with their intuition, and this isn't a man. This is somebody who's scared, which is just a thing. It's just who it is. Okay, thank you so much as well. And I'm getting really sick as well, and I tend to feel sad and then I feel sick. So I'm going to say you're feeling very sad right now. And I'm really sorry you're feeling like that. So I'm just going to release that because I don't want to feel that either. Yeah, definitely. Let that go, girl. It's okay to grieve. I know it really sucks. Okay, Rain. Let's do your reading, girl. Okay, so we'll look and see. You are welcome. Little smiley face, so cute. I'm going to pull you a card from here. I think you need like a root, some type of root. Patchouli. Okay. Patchouli, that's your essential oil. Lightens and eases worry. Due to its natural properties, patchouli may be helpful for those who find it difficult to unwind or suffer from anxiety. Patchouli has a long history of use during meditation. Let's not say medication. Meditation and to help with relaxation and anxiety. It is also considered a sexual stimulant and is used in the treatment of impotence, sexual anxiety, and lack of libido. It helps you reconnect with yourself, encouraging pleasure and sexual expression. It is believed to quell worry and overthinking by calming the mind and spirit. If you're someone who finds that your mind is always working, then you may find patchouli helps. So this is really good. The one thing that I actually got from this mainly is the sexual anxiety. And I think as an Aquarius, this is to do with the fear of intimacy. And when at the moment, because you haven't got a lot of distractions, even with the distractions, you are feeling a lot. But when you haven't got a lot of distractions, you tend to overthink a lot. And this prevents you from being creative. So I'm going to say that you need a lot of mellowing out. I'm going to recommend CBD oil as well. I feel like your body needs some relaxation. I feel like it needs to cocoon. It feels too exposed. It's almost like a snail with its shell being taken off. And I think you said you want to move, didn't you? You want to move away or something? Because the shell represents the home of the snail. And it's almost like you've been exposed completely. And I'm seeing a turtle on its back with its legs like flapping in the air. This sense of like security being completely flipped upside down. So basically, let it be that you want to move. Like, this isn't something that is not meant to be in your sphere right now. This is very much a planned, sacred thing. Um, and don't feel ashamed that it's coming up. Like for me is what I feel this too. Don't be ashamed of being imbalanced because like I think with for you as well, this intense perfectionism of like, well, if I'm sad, I'm obviously doing something wrong. Or if I'm angry, I must be doing something wrong. I must be imbalanced. I have to fix it. It's like, yeah, you can fix it, but also like, what's it telling you? Like, what can you do working through it rather than working at it and adjusting it and pushing it, forcing it and stuffing it in a box? Like, what can you do to actually, like, what's it telling you? Like, what can you physically do to help yourself? What can you look into it? Like, how can you use it as fuel to help you? Because sometimes we need to actually go there and look into it. Sometimes we need to write it out, or we need to like for me, I'm doing a lot of photography at the moment. I love it, because my creativity's come back and it's so fucking nice. Do you know how long I've been waiting for this to happen? It's so long, like 2 years. So I'm like, oh my god, finally, hallelujah. The light is shining out of the tunnel again. um so yeah, so what I see for you is let this transformation happen. As uncomfortable and as weird and as unnerving it is, like this is all literally meant to happen. And I'm gonna say that I don't know why I'm talking like this, but by February, you're gonna want to move. And it's not gonna be where you're living. It's gonna be a different state. Definitely. West. I don't know where exactly you are on in America. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting where you're from. I don't know America very well. So I know you told me, you literally told me like 2 days ago. But if you're east, you need to go west. Oh, you're middle. Oh, it doesn't matter then. Go west. You need to go west of America. That will be really good for you. Yeah. Okay, let me look it up. Let me look it up. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, states are massive, man. Holy crap. Like, you're probably in a state that's literally the size of England. That's insane. That is crazy. Oh, Utah. Yeah. Yeah. Utah is very spiritual based. I've no idea if it is, but that's just what they're telling me. Yeah, definitely. Avoid San Fran though. Ugh, don't go there. Ugh. Utah is like kind of near Las Vegas, but I'm gonna say more like northeast of Utah. That's really specific, so I'm just gonna suggest that to you. If we send it via PayPal and the info question, do you still want it mailed to? Yes, please. Yes, definitely. All the time I'm on live stream, just send me a donation and I'll do it for you. Yeah. Yeah. America's fucking massive. So yes. So that is your reading. I'm gonna pull you a couple more cards because I love you so much. Okay. Let's see what's going on with my girl. All right. Two things. They're saying two things. Number one, stop fucking worrying so much. Number two is you can't force the change. So you're going to change when you're going to change. All right. I know you want to change. I know you want to change, but you can't change yet. Like it has to be the right timing. It has to just slots. I keep seeing two and Tuesday, the word Tuesday and number two, and I keep seeing February. So like the second month of the year, and they're saying that's balance as well. Balance, balance, balance. So basically what I see for you is you're needing to move into a state of America that's a lot more balanced energetically. One that's got less, I don't know, everything's being hit in America. There's floods, there's fires, and we know why the fires are happening, don't we? Um anyway, so yeah, I think you could be good in Utah. I think could be pretty good. Mm, so you're in Missouri, right? Minnesota seems good to you as well. I don't know where that is. Where is that? It could even be Montana. Is Minnesota a thing? I don't know, I've never been to. There it is. Yeah, North. Perfect. Yeah, North, definitely. Minnesota, Montana, Utah. Perfect. Minnesota could be a good one to try. And then Utah. Definitely highly recommend. Highly recommend. Yay. Okay. You have a square solar eclipse, which is lovely because we're going through that right now. And then we have mutable being flexible. And through flexibility, you're going to find stability. You're going to find stability. So can you see? These are very similar. Um, Basically, there's a square happening with your signs right now, and it's the same with the eclipse. So basically, you've got a square happening. I don't know if I think it might be collectively, and they're saying yes, definitely. So there's like a square, and there's also a solar eclipse. Both of these are bringing our shit out, and it's like you have no choice but to literally dump everything. So I really feel for you. Like it's normal that this is all happening, and I want you to know, like, it's gonna change. It's gonna get better. Yeah, that's go. You go wherever you want to go. Like I'm literally just a messenger. So sometimes, oh yes, oh god, you're gonna love this. I love this. You're gonna love this. So one thing they're telling me is to stop rushing. I say stop rushing. Stop rushing. Stop being Russian. Stop rushing. This isn't you. You're done with this now. You've been like fighting, pushing. Ugh, no more. You're now incubating and hibernating. That's why you can't push. Because whenever you try and push and the baby's not ready to come out yet, she's still hibernating. She's still incubating. She's still chilling in the womb. That's what you're going through right now, okay? And then you're going to come into this, which is really like pew, pew, pew. You know, somebody who is like really talented, like a dart on a bullseye, or like I don't know, a gun aiming at a target and getting it right in the middle. That is this. This is also this is also soulmate. This is also relationships. So you're going to be a proper fucking beam to your soulmate once you're out of this journey. I think no later, literally, I think just on the cusp of starting October next year, your person could arrive. I feel that, or at least a massive turning point for you. Like, yeah, massive, massive. Oh, here he is. Oh my God, I'm getting shy. Here he is. And he's also an air sign. Shocking. I am shocked. So yeah, your guides feel like my guides. Well, that's not really surprising. I love that. He could be I don't know. He feels like a mixture. I don't feel like he's really anything at the moment. He's just over there. He's like, I'm waiting, bitch. Where's my girl? So yeah, that's your reading, my lovely. Thank you so much for getting a reading with me. And this is coming up too. Fear in the reverse. So it's like a ugh, yucky. Yeah, it's normal to feel yucky. And then you got vulnerable. Yep. What did I say? About being vulnerable is about being intimate with yourself. That's why it feels so scary, because it's like, oh my god, I'm not distracted anymore. Oh my god, I can't blame something for it because I know it's my shit. It's like, yes, nope, literally me. Hi, that is my life. So thank you very much for the donation. As usual, I love talking to you, and I love you, and I appreciate you. And yeah, I love talking to you as usual, of course. So that is the readings, guys. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for coming on and for donating. And if you have donated, I will definitely get back to you in the next couple of days. I am moving again on Monday, so I probably won't be able to get to you until Monday or Tuesday. But that's pretty much it. If you want to know how to cleanse yourself, this is how you do it. It's like you're ironing yourself, ironing out that aura. La la la, la la la. Okay. Okay, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.